This week, another thrilling adventure of the continuing adventures of the Unholy Triad. Now with 4. The characters have downtime. The most exciting downtimes.
We do have downtime. It is exciting. We've never had downtime in this campaign.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many downtimes I have to do?
Go ahead and do them. One of the interesting mechanics I noticed at Gen Con was that in the Adventures League, you earn downtime days by playing Adventures.
That's a cool idea. I like that. That's a really good idea. How do you earn them?
It's just an adventure reward, similar to anything else.
I like
at
that.
the end of the campaign or the end of the session, they'll be like, all right, everyone gets, 500 experience and 5 downtime days.
Huh. I like that a lot.
Sort of like earning vacation days.
Right. Which is important in 5e because they have downtime day things.
Right.
Well, in last session, I gave the Onarthi that cursed suit of plate mail to do whatever they wanted with. I was hoping they could give me a good suit of armor, perhaps in exchange for that powerful cursed item.
We might give you some plate mail. I don't remember. I watched most of it again. I don't remember them offering. I thought they were taking it off your hands and giving you something mundane in return. Were they giving you a +1 plate instead?
Well, it was a +2 cursed berserker item. If they could give me +1 plate in return, that would be a significant boost to my armor class.
Let's see. Yeah, so let's not give you that. No.
That seems like it would be pretty fair.
What do you want to do, Jesse? Good questions.
Me?
Like you said, you had questions about downtime stuff.
Okay, so there are 20 spells I want to learn.
Okay.
I'm guessing I can't learn all of them, but is there anything I can do in terms of going out to the market and buying spell scrolls to learn them out of scrolls or doing research to learn a couple of the spells that I would like to learn?
Well, here in this place, they have a lot of cleric spell stuff. Not that you need to learn cleric spells the way you need to learn wizard spells. You had a book that I gave you last time, Oclay, Spatorian, Script, whatever it is.
I haven't opened that, have I?
I thought you did when you looked at the spells that were in it.
Did I? Well, in that case, I think I've written... Could you tell me what spells?
Levitate, Knock, Phantom Steed.
You're right, I did. Okay, I've got those. Are there merchants or anything that would be able to sell me Arcane Scroll?
Let me...
Any freakish sorcerer-born giants who have accidentally discovered Arcana here?
I don't know if we can fit.
Is that what you want, Jesse? You want Frost Giant Wizards on top of Frost Giant Clerics? That's fine.
No, they don't have to be Frost Giant.
No, we can find one. We can make one.
Maybe among the underlings. A hidden cabal of sorcerers among the rebellion.
Alright, how much money do you have?
I have 14,000 gold, and then just a list of junk that I picked up. 8 silver torques, 6 sapphire medallions, a large emerald, a rusty horse neck, lottery.
The horse necklace is made of iron, or
So,
Alright, it looks like you can purchase rare. I will let you purchase rare spell scrolls at 5,000.
At 5,000 a piece?
You can purchase. That's 4th or 5th level.
Okay.
You can
What about-
purchase a 2nd or 3rd level spell at 500.
Okay.
You can purchase cantrips or 1st level spells at. Well, I don't know if you can purchase a cantrip.
No, you can't. But first level.
A 1st level spell at 100 gold pieces.
Okay. Awesome.
It'll take you 1d4 days to find someone to spell that sells 1st level spells. Actually, I'll just roll them real fast. Hold on. Yeah. In about 3 days, you find a guy that can sell you pretty much all the spell scrolls you need. You know, you take some digging, but you find a down in the depths of this Frostgate town. You find Sillin Oathbreaker, a dwarven wizard who forsook his people's ban on wizardry to pursue his own passions.
Is he a covert wizard?
He is not. He is very much not covert.
Oh, he works for the Unholy?
Correct.
Oh, what an asshole. I mean, what a wonderful, wonderful man. Okay, awesome. And then I have a second question. Do you know what the rules are for writing a spell scroll?
Writing a spell scroll?
Yeah. I feel like I should be able to create scrolls from spells I already know to have some of those, like, in my inventory.
Let's see.
I don't know where the rules are.
So anyone can use scrolls, by the way.
What's that?
Any creature that can understand a written language can read the arcane script on a scroll and attempt to activate it. Well, it says there. Sorry, I'm reading a book right now. I wish my camera worked.
I'm reading through.
Magic item formulas.
Barnabas, these are not in your room.
Learns how to make a particular magic item. Such a formula can be an excellent reward to allow player characters to craft magic items, explained in Chapter 6, Complete Adventures. You can award a formula to place a magic item, usually written in a book or on a scroll. A formula is one step rarer than the item it allows a character to create. For example, the formula for a common magic item is uncommon. No formula exists for legendary items. If the creation of a magic item is commonplace in your campaign, formula can have a rarity that matches the rarity of the item that allows characters to create. Formulas for common and uncommon items may either be for sale, each with a cost double of that as magic item. So I think that what it is saying is that a scroll of create 1st level scrolls would be like 200 gold if this guy had it, you know. Scroll of create 2nd or 3rd level, 2nd level scrolls or 3rd level scrolls, each its own formula. It'll probably cost more and more.
Okay. So basically, I should.
I really wish they had something that was a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean,
This would be really basic, like, in terms of having rules.
see what Reddit has to say. Describing rules. It says in downtime. Let's see if we can find this in downtime.
Page 129, maybe?
Crafting a magic item. Creation cost. So you could create a first level scroll at 100. A second or third level scroll at 500. A fourth or fifth level scroll at 5,000.
Okay.
Hey Barnabas, just so you know, I can cast any scroll off the wizard's spell list.
Yeah.
Anything third level or higher, though, I have to do a spell casting check in order to successfully pull it off. So if there's any spells that you want to suit me up with, I can sling them without any problem. Levels 1 and 2.
That would be really good.
Yeah, it's a very potentially exploitable combo.
If you have 5,000 gold, you guys can make up to a rare item, which includes
Because assuming
weapons and stuff like that.
Because assuming you get my cooperation, it's like multiplying your spell casting times 2 for 1 round. Because you can just tell me which spell you need me to cast, and then you'd immediately cast a spell of your own.
Yeah, or if there are things that are directly useful for you to have on hand. That kind of thing.
But I was just saying, food for thought.
Yeah.
I'm an Eldritch Knight. I need to get some perks from this class at some point. My class features are oddly not complementary to each other. So being an Eldritch Knight I struggle very hard to apply all of the features that my class gets.
All right. Well, that's basically what I'm going to do with my downtime, so you can pay attention.
Engaged in the crafting of a magic item makes progress in 25 gold piece increments, spending that amount for each day of work until the total cost is paid. Character is assumed to work for 8 hours each of those days. Thus, creating an uncommon magic item takes 20 days and 500 gold pieces. So therefore, a rare item, so if you were to make a 4th or 5th level scroll, it would take you 200 days.
Yeah, that seems weird to me.
That seems strange.
That I can cast a 4th or 5th level spell at once, but it would take me 200 days to write it down.
Well, there's a lot going on.
It's not as much writing it down as it is, I think, like transcribing the magic into the scroll so anyone can use it. As not only a wizard or Eldritch Knight can use it, anyone can use a scroll.
Yeah.
I still think that the time frame that's taking place on is...
Considering most spells, if you cast them in the same place every day for 30 days, will create a permanent effect in that area.
Oh, you should do that.
Well, not.
It makes item creation very unfeasible for adventurers.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, a scroll isn't quite like other items, I feel like.
Well, you guys can work on the same item together, too, to have the time, I think, in another rule somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. I'll probably just buy some spells at this point then. Decide of what spells I'm trying to buy.
Sure, what spells are you trying to buy?
I want an Expeditious Retreat
Okay.
on grid. That's first level. Sleep is also 100.
Did you say leap?
Huh?
What
Sleep.
Sleep.
Counter spell is third level, so that would be 500.
These Unearthly are forking you over, Barnabas. That's like 150 gold pieces, like in the player's handbook, isn't it?
I don't know.
Where?
To learn it, it's like 50 gold piece per spell level.
What page do you see that on?
The wizard's entry. Hold on.
Oh, that's for copying a spell into your spell book.
Right. Yeah. Never mind.
So that's just like the ink to ink it down.
I think visiting a colleague would be a much more efficient way to increase your spell book, don't you?
Probably, but we don't really have access to them.
Well, these Onarthis just want to fork over anybody that they can. We should get out of here and set our sights on some other country within the region, shouldn't we?
I agree. I think that would be good. I just want to grab a couple of utility
Essentials.
I've been starving for.
I think counterspell's a good pick.
Yeah. Fly, I should probably have.
Yeah, I should probably be able to fly.
By the time.
Fly can be a liability too. Just don't want to lose that concentration in the middle of a clutch moment.
You can cast it again on the way down.
Not if you impact the ground first.
We just have to figure out what
Yeah, just remember, you fall
criminal
9.8 meters per second squared.
and
What's that?
I said you fall 9.8 meters per second squared.
No. 32 feet per second.
So just figure out how long it takes you to fall 6 seconds, and that's how much time you. That's how high you'd have to be flying before you do the second turn.
That's a good point.
Yeah, most distances you are high are usually not high enough to stop falling in 6 seconds. However, feather fall, is that a bonus action?
That's a good question.
That's a reaction?
It's a reaction, but it takes up a prepared first level slot, so it's.
I was just thinking to myself, what could you do? And feather fall would be the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have saved Dumbledore.
From what?
When I saw Dumbledore die, I was like, "Aw, new mistake. He's an archmage and he doesn't know Featherfall. Lame."
He just didn't prepare it. It was a waste of a first level spell.
He purposely didn't prepare it so Snape could kill him, because that makes sense.
I also want. There's so many things I want. No, this will do for now. Okay. So, Expeditious Retreat, Sleep, Fly, Counterspell. That's 1,200 gold. Also, I have a Tome of Clear Thought in my inventory. In the week Is that enough downtime to study that tome?
Mhm.
Awesome.
What does that do?
How many days does that take?
I think it's 7 days.
Sure, why not?
Awesome. Otherwise,
I
it's
mean,
gonna sit.
staying here in this capital city for a week.
Plus, we can't sleep, so you probably get through that
Yeah.
pretty
True.
quick.
Very true. You can craft magic items in half the time here.
Well, if that's the case, actually.
Guys, we can't leave. I'm getting so much done.
We'll pop those all.
Also, I'm writing a memoir.
Barnabas, to hell and back again.
A currently tiefling's tale.
Currently Tiefling's Tale.
It could change at any moment. Who knows what'll come back as next?
Let's hope I don't have to do any more.
Right, Barnabas, formerly the Tiefling, formerly the Human, currently the Salgan Warrior. Memoirs. To hell and back twice. To hell and back again.
The subtitle, next time I'll just stay there.
As a lord. Hopefully by that time.
Now, actually, as you transcribe your spells from the spell book you found, you do see like little margin notes written by Akle about ways to sneak into the Nine Hells and stuff, like, specific entry points and portals and keys you need to transverse the from specific places, and some sort of, you're not sure. There's this a lot of references to the Taurus and stuff like that, but you're not, you'd have to roll Arcana to figure out what he means by that.
I roll Arcana.
Am I there with you while you're examining these things?
You can be. I'm probably in.
He was doing his own thing. If you guys would have all you would have downtime things.
Well, the thing is, I have a book that I'd also be examining during this time as well, so would we be working together, or would we be working in separate branches of the same, separate wings of the same library or whatever?
Right, at tables that are, you're poring over your books, he's poring over his books. Like two nerds, linked, but really not really focusing on the same shit.
Alright, I want to roll Arcana on Jesse's book.
Yeah, I just rolled a natural one.
Why would you get a chance to roll Arcana? You're studying your books, is all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm comparing notes with him.
What was your Arcana check?
It was 14.
Sure, he mentions this Taurus and the plains, and you think it might be Sigil.
Sigil is toroidal in shape. It's an inverted world.
Right, it's just a big donut.
Yeah.
It's completely urban. It's an urbanized Taurus.
Imagine a donut, only it's hollow on the inside, and instead of like a cream filling on the inside of the donut, it's got like a lattice work of skyline building skyscrapers. And so the sky is more streets and more busy sidewalks. Sigil. The City of Doors. It's a really shitty place in the multiverse. Actually, it's
that place sucks.
well, it's because of its tremendous importance in the goings on of the multiverse. It's become a deeply enmeshed, like, corrupt bureaucracy that operates underneath the terrible leadership of a woman named the Lady of Pain. She runs the City of Doors, and
So See, you say terrible leadership, but I think it's a pretty good leadership. I think she's pretty awesome.
None can argue with her results. She's like Vladimir Putin. Like, it all runs somehow, even though it doesn't make any sense. Like, Russia, how do you exist? Oh. Somebody is clearly, like, just does not give a fuck. No matter how absurd it all seems, she holds it all together. Through, intimidation and mainly driving her competitors insane.
I guess we could have a breastplate would be 16. Is that what the max 2 means?
Yes.
Okay.
She has more power than the gods, as long as she's in Sigil. She keeps all the gods out of Sigil. And Sigil is the center of the multiverse.
Okay.
So she would like us to believe.
Yeah, that's what I was actually thinking. Everyone thinks they're the center.
It's fair. I don't know. If you look at the cosmogony, Sigil's right. Like, Sigil stands as the city of doors. There is the Outlands, I guess you could consider as maybe the center of the multiverse, but we'll say Sigil's the back door to the multiverse.
Yeah.
Any other researchings and stuff you guys are doing? Or any other downtime activities besides buying scrolls?
I cannot come up with anything I particularly need to do. So while they're doing that and I can't sleep, I'm going to learn how to play an instrument.
Sure, why not? How long does it take you to learn how to play an instrument? I know it's in the player's handbook. Learning new proficiency in tools. The Onarfi have all sorts of random instruments you've never seen before. Ice harps and turbines.
I want something a little bit more mobile than an ice harp. Because if we go someplace warm, it's...
Why would you go someplace warm? That seems so hellish. Here, the ice is frozen. There, it's just water. Alright, downtime activities. Crafting training.
Give me that one.
First, you must find an instructor willing to teach you. Training lasts for 250 days and costs 1 GP per day.
I mean, I don't have to... Yeah,
That's fine. You can pick up a base knowledge of an instrument. What kind of instrument? What were you thinking?
I don't know. Something
What
really
branch of
obnoxious.
instrument? Huh?
Something very obnoxious. Maybe like a harmonica. I could be like a harmonica douche.
Sure. You have the Onarfi have something very similar to a vuvuzela. Takes no skill, but it is the most annoying fanfare you could possibly make.
Is it a kazoo?
It's a giant kazoo.
I play that.
It's
And while you guys are studying, I'm like, listen to what I just learned.
enormous, horrible kazoo.
So, you learn how to play the Onarfi Vuvuzela. TK?
Handy, guys.
I want a chance to examine this strange codex that the Gith Alliance was so intent on killing us to get a hold of.
Which one? The second book?
Yeah, the second book. It was the one that I picked up just as the Gith attacked.
Sure. Let's pull up one. Oh, where are you, John? That's fine. You reach into the history of. The book you have already, you've already kind of read, and as you kind of read it again, again it's a poetic, heroic poem of the history of Dolanaga, the elven mythical hero.
Dolanaga.
But this is not a mythological account. It's a historical account of the things he did, where he.
Is this a legendary figure who's been to the city of Sigil? Does it include Sigil in his mentions of his travels?
No, it cuts out after he uses the army, goes into the plains, finds eternal life for elves, and comes back. Like he goes out into the plains, and it ends with his return. There's like this giant gap missing of his adventures in the plains.
Ah.
But there are good tidbits of. He found a book that allowed him to control the armies of Gehenna. The armies were already there fighting an infernal army, and a witches' army. It says specifically that the witches were using these Yugoloths.
Right.
And,
how were they controlling the Yugoloths?
well, night hags originally created them. They were controlling them with the books.
But Dolanaga gained the ability to control them?
Correct. He stole the witch's book.
It's a book that controls them.
You have the book.
This book is what controls them.
No, that book is an instruction manual for the book that controls them that you also have.
Yeah. We have two.
That's the one that Jesse possesses.
Right.
That none of us has.
If you gave it to him, I thought you held on to it.
Oh, well, sure. No, that's why I wanted to compare notes and work together on it, because
No, he's got his own separate book. Jesse has a spell book he found in the Frost Giants the Frost Giants that had spells, and it was for a guy named
Tori.
I was confused. You're talking about the original book we got out of the Sverneblin library.
Correct. You have a book of names, which is the names of the Yugoloths.
Holy shitballs.
Huh?
Holy shitballs. So, are there any more components that I need in order to summon an army of Yugoloths?
No, you have everything you need.
No.
We're missing a book, aren't we? I thought we had two of the three.
No. So you have what you need to summon an army of Yugoloths, but you don't have what you need to control them.
Ah!
So my understanding is the Book of Names allows you to summon them, and then there's a separate book that allows you to control a single specific one of those Yugoloths.
I thought if you had their true name, you could summon them and do as you wished.
Yeah, if you have their true name, you probably can. I thought that the whole idea is that they were there to do your bidding.
Yeah, I thought we went over this. You guys have all you need to create an army of Yugoloths, and you guys were discussing in the last session the ethics of taking your army and usurping Grigori with a nuclear option, is what you described it as.
What it is it's a nuclear option. It's something that we can't use until we've completely lost control.
However, Jesse, what you might be thinking of was your vision that you divined when you cast divination, which we should speak about since it's a cleric spell.
Is it? It's what? No, it's a wizard spell too. It's probably both. Oh no, it's not even a cleric spell.
I thought I looked this up and had a problem with it. And you're like, where did you see that?
Well, maybe you're right. Oh man, that would be bad.
But
I don't think it's a wizard spell at all.
Yeah, it
So
looks like you're right.
we will allow you to have it, just because we've been using it, and it doesn't change anything.
Okay.
What level is it?
Oh, it's level 4. Yeah, it looks like you're right.
I mean, it sort of changed it. It doesn't really, you know.
Change that.
But your divination spell showed you four with 4 books.
Did that vision expose anything about the nature of those other books that we don't presently have?
No. Just that they look similar to the one that Tori already has.
Okay, so the 2 books that Tori has, he has one book of true names of Yugoloths, and the second book is what?
The history of Dolanaga. The true history of Dolanaga and the war between the witches, the fallen angel, and the Gith monks.
That's a hell of a title.
Yeah, colon, the war of 3.
That's one hell of a title. I would read that book. I would read it out of that book.
Okay.
You know, it talks about his... Dolanaga had some companions as well. You are interested to see that one of them is a name that you in comparing notes with Jesse, you are familiar with. One of his companions is the wizard Akles, the infernal smuggler.
These names we should write down. What is this?
One of the Dolanaga had companions that you are reading about. Now, he was not alone in his hunting of witches. There was Akles the wizard, whose spell one of his spell books Jesse has. There was Richard Tremblay, a warrior, who eventually, his story, it seems to kind of peter out and go a different direction. Says something ... Tremblay went into the night and never came back.
Yeah, so we should suppose that several of the people that are from these old histories have survived in one way or another into present day.
Yeah.
Okay, so that book of true names of Yugoloths that Tori has, that's solely enough for him to summon those. And then there are 4 such books that I've seen in my visions. When we encountered the artiste, was the book that he was after the history of Dolanaga, or was it the book of true names, or both?
I think that he was after the book of that Tori was holding at the time, which was the history of Dolanaga. And to have the first book united with the second book just gave him a perfect opportunity to try to grab both.
Okay. And I think at the end of last session, what we were talking about is tracking down those other books because we know about them now. I guess we don't know of anybody else who might be after them right now, do we?
Besides this gift, you have no idea.
Okay.
Do you cast your find
Locate object.
thingamajig?
I think Find Thingamajig has a range of 1 mile.
No.
Not very long.
It might be real close by. You never know.
Did my hallucination give any indication as to the potential locations of any of these other books?
I mean, you've been here for 7 days.
So we can spend some time maybe doing research on other legends surrounding these books and what they are and where they came from, maybe?
Right, let's discuss how long you guys want to stay in town before we kind of discuss what all you can do. Like, are you reading this Tome of Clear Thought?
Yes.
So that's going to take you 7 days at least.
It says 6 days, 48 hours.
48 hours of study? That's good.
Well,
You
that's a
can't
good point.
sleep.
Can I
It's
do it?
2 days.
Can I do it in half time? So it would take 3 days instead of.
Let me see it real fast.
That says 48 hours of study distributed across 6 days. when you're doing 8 hours. How are we going to come out of this place?
And crazy.
Yeah, you can do it in 2 days.
Okay.
You can't sleep, you might as well, right?
Yeah. Okay, so then...
Yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to think if the physical activities of making things or like mining for quintessence are less arduous than the tasks of mental tasks. But I think that it'd be fair to just say, sure, 2 days.
All right.
So glad you brought this hell upon these people so that we can get out of here faster.
I mean, it seemed like we kind of wanted to try to get going from this place within a week or so because they aren't very welcoming.
They've been everything. They've been super welcoming. In what way have they been unwelcoming?
Well, he told us to go as soon as we could.
They've been welcoming, but they're sort of eager for us to move along so that we don't.
Right, of course. Yeah, they don't want you to stay forever. You guys bring trouble of Grigori. Yes, you're safe here now, but he did say that the longer you wait, the more Grigori grows impatient with the Onarfi.
Okay. Oh, so Grigori knows we're here.
Here's the way that Tacitus sees it, is so far we have the cooperation of the Othenarthi, who are a very wealthy, aristocratic, exploitative, exclusivist group, and we have an army of demons. So far we're not being very, very good representations of a positive change sweeping over the land. We really need other allies, less completely evil allies in this fight against Grigori.
An interesting argument.
How do you know Grigori's bad? He's been nothing. He has never been bad.
No, he's the bad guy. We're the good guy. He's the bad guy.
Well,
we're the good guys with Yugoloth armies and frost giant priest friends.
can I roll insight? That's a troubling question. Can I roll insight and actually wonder like what, based off of never having met the man and only off of the consequences of events that happened in the Archmage?
You can roll insight, but you also have disadvantage, I think, because Grigori has Martine, your Archmage specifically.
I got a 16.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 16 is enough to say, you were being harried by Grigori for a crime that you didn't commit. And that you know that much. You guys went to the bar. You got embroiled in a bar fight with some Onarfi, with some Gregorian grunts, pro riders, and then later, when the mage came to kind of sort things out, you killed him without very much discernment. Little prejudice, you just kind of like killed the shit out of him.
Well, he was clad in full plate armor and looked like he was about to give us the business. So
he was about to give you the business.
Well, he did give us the business. He kind of colded my ass, actually.
There was business to be given. He was ready to give it, but you guys had killed some guards. It was only cause and effect. You're beginning to see that this large trail of cause and effect that has led you to amassing an army against Grigori is laid on the snowballing effects of a single wrongful accusation.
I feel like you're leaving out the fact that Grigori usurped the power of the other archmages, and
hey, there were 3 archmages
And
and there only needed to be one.
Yeah, that's business. That's not enough to. Certainly his tactics are heavy-handed. We've never met the man, but we have faced the impervious and overbearing authority that emanates from him, a long, long distance from the capital.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe considering that, like, it seems to me like that some of the things that we track down are, we probably want to have those other books in our possession at some point if the artiste is trying to track them down, because if they're in our possession, they're protected.
You're a diviner. Can't you ask the gods where those books are?
Can I still do that yet?
We lost John.
Did we? Okay. Yeah, so I could do that, and we can track them down, or like you said, we can try to do a little crowd pleading and some.
Sorry, my internet hiccuped.
That's okay. We were contemplating what to do next, whether the following the legend of these books was the most promising path forward, or whether we need to seek more allies in our fight against Grigori. Really, we need the approval of the people. We need to seek the people who are being hurt by Grigori's rulership and ask for their approval to take him out. If we have that, then it's a lot less morally gray here, because right now I've got an army of demons that are just aching to spill out into this reality and fuck some shit up, because I'm just tired of this shit. I'm tired. But we need to see this through on our own terms. We have the nuclear option now.
So one thing we could do there then is go to some prime Gregorian cities and just kind of scope things out and see what's going on. And then also we could probably spend the rest of this week that we spend on RFE, maybe doing a little research on where legends of those other books and where they might lie.
Yeah, because it might affect where we wind up next.
Yeah, and because we may not have other opportunities to do such research, so if we decide to take that turn, we want to already know where we would need to go. So I spend my remaining 4 or 5 days, say 4 days, doing some
Looking
research.
at an iron golem? Oh, wait.
No, I don't open that book at all.
Oh, your loss. It's another ally.
I know better. Yeah. Spend the next couple of days kind of searching through the libraries for any legends that might hint at the existence of those books, what they are, where they came from, where they might rest now.
Well, it seems that each of the companions probably had a book. There's there are 4 3 now. That's fine. The 3 are fine. As you're asking around, or you're looking in books?
If there are like royal librarians or anything, we might do a little bit of poking.
Sure. Every so once in a while, every time you and Tacitus have shared notes, a dwarven woman with the face of a falcon kind of comes over, she's got this very hawkish nose, and she comes over.
So these books are so old, the vibrations of your voice is breaking them down.
Can you talk to mine?
Probably. No, I don't have that spell.
Oh, I thought you did.
It's too expensive to learn it.
That would be a way to communicate with librarians.
It would be.
I guess the thing that I could do that would be more useful than learning the kazoo, marginally,
Super useful. I'm not knocking any vuvuzelas.
marginally more useful is since I am a religious type, I could go and meditate and learn the ways of their death temple, and then just kind of like while I'm there, kind of observing their rituals and stuff, as far as they'll let me, kind of prod conversations towards their mythologies and find out if anybody has tales or stories of powerful books like this.
Sure. Don Josui is death incarnate. You know, you hear the stories of how he ate the All Mother's children and in his endless maw, and continues to eat the All Mother's children as much as she'll try to create more. You find that not only do they themselves kind of help the lost children of Don Josui, but they also hunt down those that are abominations in Don Josui's eyes, those who escape death for far too long. And so, as you kind of dig and delve, you make friends with one of the dwarven clerics that run around with the frost giants. Like the frost giants are like, if we're gonna talk about hierarchy, they're the top of the cleric. You're like talking to popes. It's really hard to get the pope's attention as he's leading mass. But there are some dwarven clerics as well that are able to kind of help you. And one is sharpening and sanding down a whole row of wooden stakes, preparing holy water, holy symbols of Don Josui.
Noble task.
Yeah, so I guess Amanita just kind of, it expresses interest in the rituals and the rites that he's preparing, and kind of makes nice friends with the creepy steak dwarf.
Yeah. He is a creepy steak dwarf. He kind of looks at you as you kind of like hang around, and he smiles.
Can I tell me any stories? Like about his religion?
No, he's very quiet, but he just smiles at you every time he looks up. He's like, "Oh, hi." He tells you stories of. In fact, if you ask, if you prod him just a little bit, he's like, "Yes, these are for killing. These are very nice. We use them to kill the unjust ones of Don Josui."
They're very nice. I agree.
I am blessing these.
Expertly sharpened.
I am blessing these with the power of Don Josui, that he may claim their souls.
Oh, steaks with like a soul trap on them.
Yeah, this is a +1 steak. He holds up a really nice one that's like made out of like oak. He's like, "This is +2."
That's great there, big guy.
He pulls out like one made out of like meat, and he's like, "This is for lunch." It's like a piece of, it's a sharpened piece of meat.
No, that's harvested from woolly mammoths that are frozen underneath the iceberg.
That's
Right.
Down in the storage lockers. It used to be pasture land many millennia ago.
Okay, so I'll sort of question him, like, who are some example of some famous people who have been staked? Any people with interesting books, maybe? Stake the book people, huh?
Some famous ones that have been killed was Faye Spencer, the Tigress of Merriment. She was a hard one. but we killed her. It was good.
Is he thirsty?
There are many vampires. There are only a few now. We are preparing now for one called the Samurai of Wickedness.
So, Summer of Wickedness?
Samurai.
Oh, Samurai. Who is that?
He goes by many names, but we know him as Orlando Coleridge. Sometimes he was known as Richard Tremblay.
He's the Hispanic samurai.
He's the warrior who disappeared into the night and never came back.
Right. That's a very positive lead, you guys. I think that sounds better than going into Grigori's backyard.
Yeah, if he's still kicking around, we should definitely track him down. He was...
Someone you've met before?
No, when Jaeger was describing the history of Dolanaga.
Oh, okay.
The companions of Dolanaga
Gotcha.
were a place a wizard and Richard Strickland plays a warrior, who they said kind of disappears from the history after a certain point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I'll kind of push on interest in that, and I'll kind of be like, yeah, you close to finding that guy?
We have some leads. He smiles at you really deep again, like, oh, she's interested.
I kind of twirl my hair at him.
Oh, excuse me.
You sure know how to handle a stick there.
Oh, he drops a couple, like, it's like, oh, God.
In a frozen ice palace, just drenched in sweat.
I bend over and help him pick them up.
He's really flustered. He whatever information he had, it's just going on his brain. He's like, let's think. Outside the desert continent is a small island. Maybe we'll say like the size of Madagascar. A large island that Tremblay has made his home. He rules pretty unmolested. At least we have tracked him to this island. This is where we think he is. But every time we get close, he escapes from us. But the island is forsaken. It is full of creatures of darkness. This is why we prepare so many steaks.
It is a lot of steaks.
If you loaded us up with steaks, could we help take care of your things that need staking problem?
He looks at you, kind of like cutting in on his action. He's like, no, I should go with you.
No, I probably wouldn't want to bother you.
No, but this is where I'm going. That's what I'm making for these for. No, wait.
No, you wouldn't be interested.
Dude,
okay.
Dude, he's a dark elf. It would never work out. Just deal.
But
it would totally end up with you getting poisoned. I'm just certain
I
of
pat him on the head and I'm like, maybe we should just be friends.
it.
oh, okay. These steaks are double then. I always charge my friends double.
Do we need steaks? Do vampires require steaks in D&D? I don't know how vampires work.
Oh, let's see. What level are you guys now?
10.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Do what?
Trying to procure steaks from this guy? I feel like whatever we have is better than steaks.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't want steaks. He can charge double. That's fine. I broke it off with him.
Maybe get some holy water.
Well, I can do that. I'm a religious person.
All right. So it sounds like had a pretty good lead to take forward.
To Madagascar.
Yeah. You said it's off the coast, off the desert coast?
Right, off the coast of Javed's Island.
Oh, Javed's Island is desert island?
Or off the coast of Javed's continent. Sorry, not island.
All right.
Javed lives on the desert continent, and he creates his towers to the moon. And off of that coast is an island that seems fairly unmolested.
Javed's continent is currently occupied by Grigori.
It's currently occupied by Javed, who's abdicated to Grigori, so as not to he abdicated. He's like, oh, it's I don't need to be an archmage. It's fine.
He's just gonna hang out in the desert like a crazy guy.
Yeah, he's
building
concerned
towers.
with other things.
Yeah, he has still has his own dominion, even though he's no longer a contender.
And his
But
own
really only because
agenda.
no one wants his dominion. Probably.
Because they don't know how much true value there is out in those desert sands.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be very interested in meeting this Javed that you once served.
Yeah, it might be a good idea at some point to pay him a visit. I feel like there's a lot in motion that he can share. He's probably already aware, but he might have some valuable insight.
Oh, let's leave this horrible giant place and get some sleep.
Yeah, we should probably leave this place so we can...
There's no sleep to be had here.
Mm-hmm. Can't sleep here. Can only work.
That's why we should leave.
After a couple of days, we're starting to have daylight hallucinations.
Right. Actually, everyone roll Constitution after the second day.
Net 20.
That 20 is fine.
14?
14 fails.
I failed too.
All right, you have one level of exhaustion.
Okay.
You have disadvantage on ability checks until you take a long rest.
Okay, so the quality of our research begins to decline. Because we can't focus anymore. And we probably decide it's about time for us to hit the road and pursue some of the leads we have. The Samurai of Wickedness is pretty strongly to follow.
Let's go molest him.
We should track Richard Tremblay.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. Sometimes you have to kill death to become death. I mean, what?
Well, I don't know if we want to become death.
No, it's all right. I didn't say anything. How do you guys get out? You do have I think, a boat, or at least you traveled here on a boat.
Oh, is this place an island?
You're on a southern continent.
Okay, gotcha.
You're on the Antarctic continent.
Sorry, I was dead for that part.
How you were, indeed.
Um,
And you guys got on a boat called the something gnome, the wandering gnome.
I head back to the gnome.
yeah, in that case, probably, give word to one of Prince Lysof's attendants that we'll be parting ways and thank him again for his hospitality.
Sure.
And head off to our boat.
Your gnome is crewed by a bunch of those slaves that you had let out. they're all happy to see you back again. They haven't seen you in like a month, and their stores are getting kind of low. They all go, "Hey!" as you come on board. We thought you were dead. We were about to ship out. We have no food. None. We've had to fish for the last couple days.
Hopefully, yeah, we'll try to do some supply purchasing and restock our boat with freshwater limes and well-preserved
Mammoth
food.
stick.
Yeah.
Frozen mammoth steak.
Sure. Take a good like split up like 1,000. We'll say like 500 gold. We'll outfit your crew and yourselves with enough fresh water and food to last you another month. A lot of salted herring and mammoth jerky.
Each put down like 170 or so.
Sure.
170.
Or each of you guys can go down 125 if John takes some of the burden.
Hey, it's on him. He'll pay for it all. He told me
This
that was
little halfling said he'd take up the whole bill. Your ship is re-outfitted with food. The Onarfi loaded up real nice. They send their Joffrey helps out. You see Joffrey one last time as she's moving big barrels full of ice to your boat. And she goes, Joffrey says this will melt. It will become good water. It is glacial in nature.
Thank you.
I'm sad to see you go, little Thomas. I thought there'd be no attachment, but I am emotionally involved now.
Don't worry, Joffrey. I'll make sure he writes.
Thank you, little one. All right, well, you all have a good trip now. Joffrey takes off.
Yeah, give her a hug.
No, Joffrey doesn't like touching.
Too bad.
Too bad. Joffrey takes like a big bottle of wine and smashes it on your hull. Good journey.
Was there ever any possible armor upgrade that I could possibly get a hold of before we
Sure,
left?
on the last day they deliver your +1 plate.
Oh, sick.
Let me just look at this real fast.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, +1 plate's fine. Whatever. It has been decided. The armor comes, and it is clearly made by the Frost Giants. It is clearly emblazoned with the sigils and holy symbols of Don Josui, an open maud skull.
Nice.
It is made of brilliant white plate. It has a nice crusted a nice enamel that has been added to the metal.
We're some evil-looking dudes.
Huh? Yeah.
That's
He's
great.
got, you got full white plate armor that has like this black skull with an open jaw. Just
Evil Skull Knight. Evil Dark Elf.
Hey.
Evil Crazy.
crazy divination wizard.
Well, now you're like.
Oh, yeah.
Super evil tiefling. And then you guys ship out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little expensive.
What's that?
No, I've got everything. Now with that armor, my AC is capped out at 22, and I've got 84 life points. So I'm ready to tank some shit.
Sure.
Right.
You guys head out onto the floating ice sea, which is known for the glacial calves that go into the water and eventually melt once they reach warmer climes. But your boat is slow going at first as the crew captains around these large floating ice islands.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably take some of this time to scribe some spell scrolls. If we have a bit of time where we're going slow on the sea.
Where do you do that? Do you do that in like the captain's quarters?
Yeah, wherever my quarters are.
Sure. You go to your room, you start scribing down your spells. What do you two do?
I'm going to impress the crew with my awesome kazoo skills and keep morale high.
After about an hour of keeping morale high, the crew begins to throw things at you to show how much they appreciate your vuvuzeling.
A little bit goes a long way.
All right, we'll work. Just stop playing. We'll work.
You're welcome, guys.
You see some of them like unconsciously falling into the manic rhythm that you're shooting out.
I remain watchful for danger.
You remain watchful for danger. What is your passive perception?
I have a passive perception of 11.
All right, well, I can give you active perception checks if you want.
Sure. I'll give
Probably
it.
have disadvantage.
We'll say once an hour. So,
Loading screens.
Loading screen. Go ahead and roll perception.
I did. I rolled a 20. My second roll was 4.
You rolled a 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, as you start off on your trip, you can see on one of the, at the end of the first hour, as you start making it out into to larger waters, and you're still slow going, but you're forced into a narrow channel between two big calves, and you can see red blood on one of them, as well as some very shimmeringly green fish scales that have been kind of sloughed off by something.
Molten sea dragon?
You don't see anything. You're studying.
Can I roll intelligence to identify the evidence there?
Intelligence might be best. Sure, we'll go with intelligence.
Like knowledge nature. I don't have knowledge nature. Oh, okay. I got a 4.
4? Yeah, you don't know what kind of scales this came off of. If it was a fish, it was a very luxurious fish.
I'm not sure what else to make of it.
Well, I don't know anything's going on, so I'm just playing by ear.
As the boat continues to pass by, a harpoon shoots out from behind one of the top of the, about 30 feet away from your boat, and gets the guy in the crow's nest,
Oh, Billy.
and just pulls. And you see the guy in the crow's nest, just go, as he's, He's got like a harpoon through his jaw, and just kind of like he's like through his abdomen. And he just falls. He falls, and the rope gets pulled, and you see a giant terrestrial shark man with a mermaid locked over one shoulder, and the harpoon javelin reeling it in, and you can see this, Tori. You're like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. You said he was about 30 feet out from the edge of the ship?
Correct.
I mean, I'm on deck. Have I seen this at this point?
You what?
Am I seeing this? I'm on deck, presumably.
Yeah, you, as soon as Billy gets fucking ganked.
He was 1 day away from retirement.
Is the crewman still in the water alive?
No, he when he fell from the crow's nest, he stopped screaming.
He skewered and killed.
There was a sickening thud, and then his body got dragged off towards the shark man.
Yeah, so I just outstretch a hand towards the shark man and pelt him with 3 magic missiles.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. I do 11 points of damage to the Miro.
He is not a marrow.
Not a Miro. Shark man. Saugen?
He's not a Saugen.
You said it's a mermaid
Land
riding
shark.
a shark man?
I'm pulling a picture up for him for you right now. He looks like street sharks.
Oh my god!
He is a shark man.
Land shark. I'm gonna kind of yell at the crew to get back so nobody else gets harpooned, and maybe yell to Barnabas to bring him up.
Yeah, I hear clatter up above decks and get up from my studies and start heading up above.
And the vuvuzela stops suddenly.
Oh,
Like,
that concern.
Not at the end of a chord, but just like randomly.
Oh god.
That can
Why did she stop?
And thank God.
Lord.
Your research continues so much better. Alright. Try to remove the monster facts. Control C.
Probably without get up though.
No, they're wearing the ripped cut off jeans.
And the crazy girl.
Yeah, and the glasses. The sunglasses. The cool guys.
Totally not ripped off the turtles.
This is what you guys are looking at.
Oh my god!
Uh,
Why would a mermaid have butts?
you know, when I saw that, I was kind of like, meh, I don't know.
They're for aerodynamics.
That is my first reaction. I would just like that to be noted.
That's wow. That is wow.
And he just kind of looks at you and snarls a big death roar, and then rolls initiative.
I find this thing disgusting. It must die.
It must die. Sorry, he finds you tasty. You must die too.
Barnabas has a 5.
TK, you got what?
18.
18. I believe your 18 will go first. And you did 11 damage total so far?
Yeah. Does it have a captive? Does it have a mermaid there with it?
Yeah, yes.
Since I want to avoid hitting the captive, I'm going to hit it with another magic missile.
Okay.
Just amp it to second level and hit him with 4.
I like that when John talks now, it's just Sharkman.
I do 13 points of damage.
You did how much? 13?
13.
So he's taken 24 points of damage so far.
Oh, by the way, I got a
Plus,
6.
I have taken 24. That's when I started saying it. Me take 24 damage. What were you saying?
Just that I don't think I told you what my final initiative was 16. FYI.
No, 16. Yeah, 16 is higher than his 13.
So that makes you next, Amanita.
Are you done?
Yes.
That's it for me.
So he's like off of the ship, is that right?
He's on. Yeah, he's like. The ship is going through a narrow canal between 2 glacial calves, and he is like on the top of one of these icebergs and just ganked your guy Billy off the crow's nest.
Okay. I want to move behind the main mast
Mm-hmm.
and use my bonus action to hide.
Okay. There's a lot of barrels around the main mast. Makes it a little easier.
So I get a nat 20. I
Okay.
swear I am hidden. And then I'm going to take a sneak attack with my hand crossbow. And that's a 24.
That'll hit.
Sorry, it's been a while since I've done my rogue.
Say again.
I like have to remember how to do this. So 26, 30. Piercing.
Okay. He takes 30 piercing.
That matters. And that's all I got.
Sure.
That was pretty thick. It's not going to last long.
He's about 30 foot away from the boat. Have you guys? So you've moved. You're kind of like center of the boat. We'll say there's like at least 10 foot between. The boat's probably 20 foot wide. Actually, how about we just do this? No, that's not. I won't make a fast boat, but there's about 20 foot between the center mast and the railings.
Okay.
So the boat. I feel like I made a boat way back when we were on this boat when Jesse got killed. I might still have that map somewhere.
Oh,
I wish I did now. But he
I died on this boat because we stole that boat, didn't we?
yeah, it is this boat. It is this boat is the boat you died on.
You got eaten.
Forgot about that.
I was coming back to you as you run out. You're like, wait a second, I've been here. This is not good.
I remember this boat.
He's gonna run and jump and land on the boat
Okay.
right at the edge of the railing, and from there he's got his harpoon, which has a range of 20, 60. He will try to harpoon you from where you snuck attack him.
Okay.
He gets a +8 to hit.
Oh, hot diggity.
Gets an 18. Is that it?
Yes. I'm gonna use my uncanny dodge though to half whatever his damage is.
Okay. He does 2d8 plus 5. So you take 8 damage.
Nope.
And then you must succeed on a strength contest
Oh, God.
I
or
don't
be
have
pulled
that.
20 feet.
Okay.
He has a +5 on strength.
I
He
have
has
a
a 20.
Oh, good lord. Nope. I get a 10.
So he harpoons you, and then he pulls you into him
Okay.
up close. So right now you're right next to him and his butted mermaid. He's all doing this like one-handed, of course. He's just like kind of.
At least he doesn't bite you as a bonus action.
I don't believe his bite is a bonus action. So. Oh yes, it is. No, actually, sorry, it's not a bonus action. He does have a multi-attack, and his bite is his second attack.
Oh, I figured that's how I would design this monster.
That's how I would do it. Damn it. But he misses with his bite.
Thank God.
As you kind of try to squirm away from his harpoon.
Okay.
You are not grappled, but you are in his threatened range now.
Okay.
Okay. And then it goes to Barnabas.
So I'm below decks, right?
Sorry, I was going to throw a second one at you guys just because this one was kind of going down easy, but I think I'll just... The one's fine. You are... no, the cabin's usually open out onto the top deck.
Okay. So hearing all that clamor, I bust out of the cabin. And how much of my movement does that consume, and how far away am I?
Uses half your movement, we'll say. And
Okay.
you are at least another 20 feet away from the action.
Okay. And then as I bust out, let's see. I'm another 20 feet away from the action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will run up over behind Amanita, and then I will cast invisibility on her.
Is that touch?
Yeah.
So you run up right next to the giant shark thing and Amanita. So Amanita is between you and the shark thing.
Yeah.
And you make her invisible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that way you can see.
And then it goes to TK. Tacitus.
It's worth getting.
I move up to intercept the giant shark man, and I'm going to begin this with a shove from my shield master ability, and I'm going to try and shove him a safe distance away from Barnabas and Amanita. Actually, no, I'm going to try and knock him prone.
Knock him prone on deck.
Yeah, as a bonus action. I got a 16 on my athletics check to knock him prone.
Is it a strength check or?
Strength or dex, it's athletics or acrobatics, depending on...
Sure, he has a +5. Why is it not rolling?
Oh.
It's a natural 1, and you fucking push him. Jackass.
Okay.
Little feet kind of go. Woo!
Yeah, I dump him to the floor, and then I make 2 attacks with advantage with my Soul Eater. I get a 21 and a 16 to hit him.
They both hit.
I do 16 points of damage with the first attack, and I do 12 points of damage with the second attack.
16 and 12?
28 total, as I jack him up on the floor.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
Amanita.
Yes.
You are invisible and next to a prone shark man
I mean,
who has dropped his merfolk.
is she alive?
It's hard to tell.
What? So, if I'm invisible to do a surprise attack, do I need to use a bonus action to hide, or?
No, you're attacking with advantage by attacking from invisibility.
Okay. Yeah, I attack with my daggers.
But only the first attack has advantage, I think.
Yeah, because it'll break here.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. So 15.
15 hits, exactly.
Ooh, nice.
Is that because it's one of the demon tooth daggers?
Yeah.
Should never have given you people money.
Okay. And then so the second one, I use my bonus action for that, and that should hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so then this does 1d4, 5d6, oops, 5d6, and another d4. So, oh, that's a 14 plus 18, 19 points of damage. John?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm here. 19 total makes it. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it!
You killed his shark man.
Bastards.
The shark throws his javelin, or his harpoon. You're within range, Jesse. He will try to harpoon you.
Okay.
Okay, 12?
I'm up close to him. Does it provoke an attack of opportunity, or he has a disadvantage to hit Jesse?
No, he misses anyways.
Yeah.
Well, what did he get? My armor class is pretty low.
12?
Yeah, I use shield to deflect it away.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Oh, nice. And then he's going to try to bite Tori. Look at a 21.
Missing me narrowly.
Yeah. As he makes his attacks, you guys hear a splash and a thud. Is behind you, on the opposite railing, a second Salatian warrior jumps onto the boat.
Oh, I was hoping you were just an abominable freak of nature and that we'd only ever have to deal with one of you ever.
Does that one also have a mermaid?
You
And
can't,
he will
you
try.
can't go on telling me that there's an entire society of you creepy fuckers.
There is an entire society of these creepy fuckers,
Oh.
and they hunt and kill merfolk for food.
Just the protein intake it would take to sustain one creature like that, one super predator like that alone in an enormous territory is dizzying by itself. Imagining a whole ravenous horde of those things eaten all the time.
That's why they have to migrate seasonally.
That's an ecosystem collapser right there.
And you can hear the one that jumps on the boat on the opposite side. He's like, "These are my trophies!" And he's going to take a harpoon attack at the wizard.
Leave my wizard alone, you damn shark people.
16? Does shield give you a continuous +2?
I think it's for a single attack.
Oh,
Let me-
Works until the start of your next turn.
Oh,
that's what I
does it?
thought.
Oh, in that case, my AC is currently 16.
16 hits or no?
16 hits.
Oh.
16 hits. Does 2d8 plus 5. Does 12 damage.
Okay.
Then you have to succeed on a strength check.
Luck.
Awesome.
He gets a 10, so you might have a chance.
Use your puny wizard muscles.
6.
My
And he pulls you the 20 feet towards him, and then he bites you.
Oh shit! Oh shit! How much?
I think it's a natural 1! Ah!
Oh!
Ah! Ah!
Oh fucker!
Then it goes to Barnabas's turn.
Let's see. Would a knowledge? Is there any kind of knowledge check I could roll to determine if these guys would have dark vision?
They are large humanoids, which means if you have nature, you could roll.
I can do it untrained. 16.
Why don't you roll with disadvantage if you're untrained in nature? Or it could just be an intelligence check.
16. Yeah, it's
16. And you're trying to figure out if they have dark vision?
Yep.
They don't have dark vision.
I cast darkness on myself.
Okay.
Maybe on an object in my possession, so it goes with me.
I think darkness stays.
Oh, it does. Okay, that's fine.
Floorboard.
And I think that's my turn, actually.
Uh-huh.
I guess I can't roll to hide, because that's my action. Yep, that's what I got.
Okay.
There's very little I can do to help you inside of that orb of darkness.
Okay, this one can.
Yeah. The other one responds, Leave, Rock! Please, I saw them first.
I love shotgun voice.
And then it goes to Tacitus.
The other day I was DMing and I was attacking the party's bard, who was a little gnome, and I rolled a crit with a boule, which you guys know is a land shark.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize when I rolled the crit, but when I looked at it, the land shark does, because I had whiffed with every attack up to that point. But the land shark does 4d12 plus 4 damage.
Oh.
And so I rolled 8d12s and did like 66 points of damage to the little gnome. He only had like 40 hit points.
Holy shit.
And so he died of massive damage in a single move, and I chomped him into little giblets, and his arms and legs and head like rolled off into little meaty chunks in all directions. It was looking really good up until that point. It was the most unexpected turn of events in the game, and it was like I just thought of that facing this.
And he kills you, and you're dead. And
He kills you, and you're dead. And I'm sorry, that really is not meant to be personal or anything. I am sorry.
He was just hungry. He was just really, really hungry.
It's a really hungry land shark. Anyway, this one that we've been laying into for a while is on his last leg. I'm just going to give him a few efficient chops with my Soul Eater. I hit him hard.
Yeah, I think you hit him twice.
I do 28 points of damage.
Okay, he is still standing.
That ends my turn.
Okay.
I'm going to save my action surge, you son of a bitch.
Okay.
How far away am I from the new land shark, or whatever they're called?
You are 20 feet away, but he is surrounded in darkness. I wonder if you guys are too, if you just centered on yourself, Jesse.
It is a 15-foot radius sphere, but Amanita is a dark elf, so she should be able to see right through it.
Incorrect. It is magical darkness, and unless she has Devil's Sight, which is... No one can see through this.
That's what I thought.
Oh, really? Oh.
Darkness is impenetrable. It causes blindness for everybody.
Oh.
Now, you've essentially put yourself into a... I mean, he can't see you, but if he can hit you, you're just as screwed. You can't see him.
You've bought time.
Yeah, you've bought a turn.
Bought time.
Maybe. He might get lucky.
Nah, he won't.
Alright, I am going to attack the one that is visible.
Okay. Roll low. I mean high.
Okay. So with dual wielding, for my bonus action, I don't get to roll now because I missed with my main hand?
No, I believe it's a bonus action attack.
Okay.
Yeah, you can totally make an attack with your offhand. Damn!
14.
That is not enough.
Yeah.
It is one too low, and he lives his last turn with 3 HP.
Alright, I'm gonna use... Oh, never mind, I don't have... Never mind. I'm gonna be like... These guys are sharks!
The first guy, he says, "My trophies!" And he's going to do an athletics check against Tacitus.
Uh-huh.
He is rolling to grapple against you with one of his actions.
All right.
He
Engage.
gets a 22.
Oh, damn. I got a 23. Suck it, shoot. I just wrestled the shit out of this shark.
Sorry. How do you have +6?
I have 3 for athletics and 4 for...
Oh, sorry. I didn't add his athletics. I just added his strength.
Uh-huh. I have 24, actually.
That's fine. He actually still doesn't have any athletics. But he's going to try again. You out-wrestle him, he's like, "Ugh!" And he tries again. Ah!
Whoa!
You got him
I
twice.
double wrestle him!
The other guy, you're pretty lucky that you won that, to be honest. I mean, you're higher, but he was, yeah.
I'm just imagining.
It was about as lucky. You're about as lucky as he was last turn.
Like snapping down with its great white jaws all around Tacitus's
I just
his head.
riding around the deck of the boat, like, no, fuck you, asshole. This is my boat.
My boat.
This is not how this story goes.
We are not turning around to bring anyone back from the dead.
Punching him in the eye.
Although we might.
I don't know how to attack Jesse.
You can't.
Flail around.
You can flail invisibly, and you still have a pretty good chance of hitting Jesse, actually.
Hit me at all.
Well, he can't be targeted directly by an attack or a spell.
Oh, really?
So what he'll do, you can't be targeted directly. So the shark man, thinking quickly, grabs his harpoon and throws it all the way out and then spins it around until he hits something.
Okay.
And I don't know, we'll say he's got a 50-50 chance of hitting you and like 50-50 chance of hitting the mast. We'll say 10 or higher, he hits you. He hits you. That's just to kind of know where you are.
Okay. Like what square, I mean?
Second one, he's going to also make a grapple check.
Good.
You can do it. You can't do it.
What did he get?
He got a 21.
Yeah, I failed that round.
He then grabs you and jumps off the side of the boat.
Shit.
Oh.
Okay.
You guys hear a great splash from the other side of the boat.
He may have just bit off more than he could chew. I'm not worried about this. This is good. I like
Swims
this.
with you for 50 feet, Jesse.
He what?
Swims with you for 50 feet.
Okay. And then is it my turn?
You
Yes.
are on your own, dude.
Okay, I cast Polymorph on myself into a killer whale.
Yes!
All of a sudden, like, you become so large that he's like, I can't grab you anymore. And you escape your grapple.
And I guess that'll be my action. Oh, I guess I still have a move action, so I'll swim back up towards the surface a bit.
Sure.
And then I'm done.
Actually, I don't know if it breaks the grapple automatically, but we'll say it does. It's confusing to him. He's like, what the fuck? He will take an attack of opportunity against you as you swim away.
Oh. Okay.
He gets a... What's an Orca's AC?
Yeah, I'm just grabbing my monster manual and seeing if I can find this.
He gets a 15.
He gets a 15. I should be fine. I may have to cast Heal as a... Oh, I can't cast as a reaction. Can I?
You know, whales are capable of complex language.
I have AC 12.
So he hits you
Okay.
with his bite.
Oh, actually, I still have darkness on me. I did cast darkness on an object on myself.
Darkness... Shut up.
Oh,
Darkness doesn't travel with you. He does 24 damage to your Orca form.
Okay. And I
roll
have...
concentration.
Yeah, which the DC is equal to half the damage, is that correct?
Or 10, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a DC 12 concentration check.
so we don't even see you transform into a killer whale. We just see a big dark orb now floating in the water.
No, the darkness cannot travel. The darkness is a stationary spell. So the darkness is still where it was on the ship.
Okay.
Is the ship still moving?
Is darkness a concentration spell?
Yes, it is. So the darkness dissipates.
Darkness dissipates and Barnabas and the dude are gone.
Okay, so I have myself a concentration roll. Let's see, it's DC 12. I'm going to go ahead and use one of my divination portents, and I get a 12.
Okay,
And I'm done.
good
You
call.
concentrate, you are still an Orca whale.
Yeah, and you see me swim away and breach. You see an orca just breach the surface and blow air and water off of deck.
And it goes to Tassus.
I'm going to give this guy a few chops with my longsword. I hit and chop him for 10 and 8 damage.
He dies after the first hit.
Yeah. I dispatched the first one to look at the ground, and he's the one with the mermaid.
Yes.
I kneeled beside the mermaid to check her status.
She is unconscious and bleeding profusely.
Oh, not stable. I action surge to feed her a healing potion.
You have an extra healing potion? Yeah. Okay. You can see the wounds begin to close up.
I do have one last potion of healing. It is a regular potion of healing.
So roll 2d4 plus 2.
I heal her for 5.
You heal her for 5. She
Not
is still
instant.
healed.
Good use of an action surge, saving a damsel in distress.
And then it goes to Amanita.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to the opposite rail, and do I have any line of sight on the one that took Barnabas, or he's pretty far away at this point?
He's 50 foot underwater.
Okay. Then I'm going to hide. Yes, even though he probably can't see me at all. I mean, he doesn't have line of sight on me on the boat, right? Do I need to roll stealth to hide from him?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you. Wah, wah, wah. I get a 12.
To hide?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hang out. That's it.
Ready in action to attack him if he surfaces.
Yeah.
Alright, the first one goes down. The merfolk wakes up. A turn goes by, and he doesn't surface.
Okay.
Sure, Barnabas, I guess you might be able to see him in the water.
I use echolocation.
Yeah.
I send out sonar into the water.
How fast can your orca swim?
60 feet.
6-0?
Yeah.
He's like a torpedo every round.
I am the master of the sea.
That's the best.
Not in a world of dragon turtles.
Yeah, this one stays where he's at, and he watches you swim away. You can see there's his eyes are like doll's eyes. They're just big black orbs, and he just stares at you as he floats in the water.
I hold back for a round and ready in action to attack him if he comes into range.
And a whole turn goes by, and nothing comes out of the water for Tacitus and Amanita.
In that case, I turn and I charge him.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Roll an attack.
I just do a lap around the boat, and then I go diving down at him.
Swallow him whole.
Oh, fuck me.
You go up onto him, and he kind of he's basically like Toro, and your big wide jaws just miss him as you get into range, and he in return harpoons and then tries to bite you as he was ready in action for you to kind of come close.
Okay.
His harpoon, natural 1.
Oh.
Nice.
His bite is a 14.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And it does 34 points of damage.
Okay. That's fun.
Yeah. These things are insane.
Wow, that's a
It's a lot of damage. This beefy bite. It's not quite as much as the boulet.
Okay, so I have a constitution roll.
And 34, half of 34 is 15, 16, 17. It's a DC 17 con save.
I'll just portend that way with 19.
Alright, you have no more portents.
Last night I dreamed about this underwater battle.
It's your turn.
My
You guys
turn.
can start. You're starting to get worried topside. Jesse has been down there for a 2 turn, or at least 12 seconds.
Actually, I believe I can use. Can I use Hellish Rebuke while falling more?
It's a
I thought you
spell
couldn't use
that
spell.
has components, so
It's a spell-like ability from being a tiefling.
oh.
But isn't that on when they run away?
It's
Oh,
when you
when they
get
hit. Okay.
Your form can be a beast.
DM spell, I think.
You can't speak, cast spells, or take any other action that requires hands or speech.
Yeah.
If it's a spell-like ability, then it's a spell-like ability when you're a tiefling.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I probably should not hang out next to this guy. I will make a bite against him. 15 to hit?
15 hits.
Yeah.
Grapple him and bring him to the surface.
I just need to get myself to the surface right now. Because if he breaks me out, I'm going to have a problem. 24 points of damage.
Okay.
Chomp down on him. And then turn and swim straight to the surface.
He's going to take an opportunity attack on you.
Yep.
Say 20-something with his
Yep.
bite.
Going to hit.
Oh.
You got a 20-something. You got 24.
Yep, that's hits.
And then he does 21 points of damage.
Okay.
So con check, DC 10. Roll
Okay.
low.
Need to make this con check.
Let me get rid of your
Give me a natural 1. That's all I need.
Come on.
Oh.
7. So he breaks me out.
As you get out of his threatened range, he bites you, and you turn into a little wizard man 5 foot away from him.
Okay.
You can use Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, so... Okay.
You are
Cool.
50 foot underneath the water.
And what are swimming rules? Do I swim at half speed?
Underwater combat is on page 198. Let's see where swimming is. Movement. Let's see where swimming is. Maybe index.
That could have gone better.
Yeah.
Should have just ran away.
Yeah, I should have turned away.
He was ready to give you up. He was like, you know what, my buddy's not coming back. I'm going to let that go. There are other fish in the sea. Oh, look, he came back. This one wants to get caught. Swimming is on 182 and 190.
At least you have resistance to fire damage.
Yeah.
Yes, climbing, swimming costs an extra foot of movement.
Okay, so it's half speed. In that case, I will cast Expeditious Retreat as a bonus action, and then move 30 feet up towards the surface.
Okay.
So I'm hopefully visible over the surface of the water.
Yeah, you guys can start seeing like Mr. Barnabas, 20 foot below.
Are there any like?
I don't know if you're visible.
Can we see bubbles though? Now that he's like probably actively going.
Roll perception. Sure, you see some bubbles.
Can I find something floaty? Because I'm not getting in the water with a shark guy. But is there something?
Sure, you guys have some like floaty life preserver things.
Yeah, I just want to throw it out there.
You throw it at the bubbles.
Yeah, so it's ready for you. Good luck.
Good one.
Fuck you.
I didn't jump after the guy.
Well,
I
you
didn't jump after he dragged me in.
can go in to save him. I've got heavy armor. John, am I to understand if I leapt in, would I sink like a stone?
You would sink like a stone. Oh,
logic,
totally.
logic would settle in, and regardless of what it says on this character sheet,
And it takes you at least.
You could tie a rope around you and drop you.
It takes at least how long?
it takes a long time to get all that armor off, so there's no going in there for me.
Yeah, donning heavy armor takes. Doffing it takes 5 minutes.
That's a lot of turns.
Well, doffing it would take 5 minutes. If I were to like try to slice it off, not the purpose of like preserving the armor, would I be able to remove it quicker than in 5 minutes?
I'd give you like a minute.
Yeah, that would be enough to shuck the armor and come
But
bubbling
then
back.
you'd have to get it repaired before you could wear it again.
Well, it would be at the bottom of the ocean, so I'd have to retrieve it. So it would be like, oh, whatever. Just be,
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant on the boat. Cut it off while you're on the boat. What's the, you know?
oh, right. I could record it if I just shucked it by just taking it off,
Corey,
diving in naked. Huh?
Corey, we'll tie a rope to you and then pull you up. Like, just do this and I'll pull you up. As long as you're not being eaten by a shark.
And as long as the rope doesn't get cut.
The rope doesn't break, and yeah, how many hit points does a rope have? It has like 1 hit point, right?
Probably.
Yeah,
Protect the rope, dude.
it probably has an armor class of 10
There might be an anchor chain. We could do a
and 1
chain.
hit point. No, it must have 5 hit points.
Corey, what are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm looking at the bubbles, going, oh. Do I see?
Oh.
Does the creature have total cover from me?
Yeah, the water is water. You know, you could see maybe 10 foot down, if that.
I'll get out of this.
Can I climb down the outside of the ship and stick my head into the water, inverted?
Please tie a rope around yourself.
Jesse's 20 foot down there. I don't think you guys can see him. Maybe if you could like devise goggles, you could see him.
Does anybody have some gems that we could put in
Like some glasses or something real fast.
I get a rope and I get prepared to lasso Barnabas.
Okay.
I'm ready. I grab a length of rope and I ready to lasso.
Let's say you can like stick your head in and you can see him like at the very apex. If you stick your head in the water, you can see him just kind of like at the very edge of your vision, 20 foot away. But it's still pretty hard. You'd have disadvantage to like, I don't know, give him a post or something like that.
Yeah. So if I use my whole action to climb out on the outside of the boat, stick my head into the water, see Barnabas and the shark, correct?
Shark is 50 foot away still.
Yeah. I bring my head up above the water to cast Magic Missile at 2nd level, and then put it back underneath the water to acquire a target and deliver
Right, but you can't see the shark.
Oh, I cannot?
The shark is 50 feet away. You could ready an action maybe too when you saw the shark.
Yeah.
You can just barely see Jesse swimming towards you.
Okay, yeah, I just outstretch my hand towards Jesse.
Okay.
Towards Barnabas.
Jesse, the shark can swim 50 foot. He swims 30 feet to you.
Okay.
And it tries to grapple you. Roll strength.
Does he have to roll the hit for that?
It's just opposed athletics. You can roll acrobatics instead.
Okay, I'll roll acrobatics. I can take. I get a 10.
You got a 14.
Okay.
Damn
He
it.
grabs you, and then swims 20 foot down.
Okay.
Oh, you're kidding.
It's like nothing we can do.
I'm about to drag Jesse away to the depths of the ocean.
No, he's not.
I'm so ready to.
I can literally do nothing.
He swims 10 feet or 20 feet with you, and then he's going to bite you. You could maybe use your hellish rebuke.
In addition to... Okay.
He's gonna still bite, yeah.
He gets a 20 to hit,
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. Okay.
and then gets 34 damage.
Okay.
He's not worried. I'm not worried.
I'm not.
That's why I got fly. It's good help.
I'm worried.
I don't know what you can cast while underwater.
Oh. Does everything have verbal components? I guess there's... I didn't think of that. Can you not use any verbal components while underwater? If that's the case, then I'm dead.
It doesn't say anything about that.
Yeah, I don't recall reading anything that says specifically that you can't use verbal components.
It just says about melee weapon attacks and range weapon attacks, but it doesn't say anything about.
Let us see.
It just says a character who is gagged or in an area of violence can't cast a spell. It's not that I'm incapable of talking, it's just that the sound doesn't get very far.
So there's a couple of different rulings on it. One guy compares it to being gagged. I don't think the other one It's not so much the words themselves that matter, but instead the specific pitch and resonance that sets the threads of magic into motion, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
So how can you possibly do that if there is...
Right. I think I would agree that verbal components is hard to do underwater. But, I don't know. I don't know, and it's asking me to make a ruling. Ah! Let me check the DM guide real fast and see if they have any other underwater combat rules. Underwater, water vehicles, underwater, TU, underwater 16 to 17. Swimming.
So can I still see this fucker?
Huh?
Can I still see this fucker?
You see him for half a second.
Can I hit him with magic missiles then?
Sure.
Yeah. Damn, I hit him for 11 points of damage.
I think that if you had cast the water breathing spell, you could have verbal components.
Or maybe a concentration check to successfully cast something.
Sure, why not? We'll give you a chance.
That gives him a chance at least. Otherwise, he's just
Eat your shark food. Eat your shark food otherwise. That's fine. We'll give you a con check.
All right.
Remember that one time you were a tiefling, but then they couldn't recover your body, so you never were again?
Okay, so that's a 13 on my concentration check.
Sure. Higher than 10.
Okay, and then I'll cast Wall of Force, creating a sphere around myself.
With water inside of it.
Yeah, it'll still have water inside of it.
If he touches the wall of force, does that hurt him?
No, but he gets shunted to the opposite side, and he's stuck outside of it.
I see.
That's my turn.
Is that wall immobile?
Yes.
He'll just wait then.
Okay.
He'll wait above you.
Just circling inside of a shark tank, and now we assume you're dead because you're all the way down there. It's just like, oh, he's fucking gone.
Yeah,
He's
and also
gone. I lost part of us again.
You're gonna start drowning soon.
The bubbles just stop.
Is there like a lifeboat or something that we could move to like where the bubbles are?
Sure.
I start tucking my armor. I start chopping the straps so I can leap in there.
Sure.
Because Barnabas is about to die with me at full hit points, and I just can't accept that.
You jump on deck, you start dropping your armor with cutting it. You've got about 10 rounds.
How long does it take me to get to where the bubbles are?
It takes you an action to free the lifeboat, jump in the lifeboat. We'll say 3 actions will get you to where the bubbles were.
Okay, so that's what I'm working on in 3 turns.
I'm presently looking up drowning.
Yeah.
Like it says you can swim for a few hours, but I don't see anything about drowning. It's like, what? How do you hold your breath that long?
TM would be that.
What's your constitution?
+2.
+2, so 14? Or is it a weird 15?
It's 14. It's an odd number.
Hold your breath with a comm check. Yeah, go ahead and roll con for me, Jesse.
Well, I should have a number of rounds equal to my con bonus before I even have to start rolling. I think it's like 3 plus your con bonus before you even have to start rolling.
Suffocation. The character can
183.
hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its Constitution modifier.
So you hold your breath for 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And if you suffocate, you end up going to 0 HP.
Okay. I guess the first thing I'll do. Well, I guess let me see how long Wall of Force can hold up. I mean, let's see. Wall of Force creates a 10-foot sphere. So if I drop that, will he threaten me?
Say again?
If I drop the Wall of Force, is he in range to threaten me, or is he just far enough away that he doesn't threaten me?
He is above you. Does he threaten you? The Wall of Force gives you a wall.
The 10-foot sphere.
Is it 10-foot radius?
Yeah.
Then he does not threaten you with his bite, but he does have his harpoon.
Okay.
And you know what? You can see him you can see him fondling it very happily. You know, he just kind of, every so once in a while he throws it at you and it just bounces off the Wall of Force and he reels it back in.
The first thing I'm going to do, I have 10 minutes on my Wall of Force and I have 3 minutes before I start drowning. So I'm going to pass a minute just hanging out and seeing if my allies above are able to bail me out in any way.
You can't move with a Wall of Force? Okay.
It's stationary. I just cross my arms and gaze into his dull, black, lifeless eyes.
Doll-like.
I strip my armor and I dive into the water.
You dive into the water.
Yeah.
Your movement is halved, or you have half movement for swimming.
Uh-huh.
You don't see anything right away. He's down 40 feet.
Mm-hmm. I swim straight down to where I saw Barnabas disappear.
Sure. If you swim to where Barnabas was, you can see both of them. Shark's about 10 foot away from you. Barnabas about 20.
I'm naked now, so I look at the shark and I just make a jerk off motion.
Sure. He kind of smiles a big toothy grin at you, and then he throws his harpoon.
Uh-huh.
Do I have a turn before the shark?
Sure. You have your boat out.
So I'm just like.
It's been a whole minute, so you've had a lot of time.
Yeah. If I'm directly over the bubbles at this point, I'm gonna take a rope and tie my rapier, which I'm never gonna use again, to it, and drop that down so it sinks, so that somebody can maybe grab onto it. And if as soon as I feel somebody pull onto it, I'm gonna start pulling it up. That's fine.
Sure. That's going to reach him before the Tacitus, I think. Because you spent a whole minute taking your armor off.
Yeah.
He sees the rapier kind of... Jesse, you can see the rapier float down towards you, and it kind of like... He sees it, and he just takes a bite. He begins gnawing on the rope until it's just a rope. It still floats there. It's just not sinking anymore.
Okay.
And then
Are you holding on to the rope at all?
Yes, I'm holding onto the rope with my feet braced on like the side of the boat, like ready to start pulling as soon as I feel something on it. Either it's a shark guy and I can pull it out of their way, or it's a person and I can pull them up.
Sure. Go ahead and roll strength.
Oh God.
Can I have advantage because against the
He's going fishing for elf seas.
the boat?
He's going fishing upside, topside. I don't know if you get advantage.
I
You know
get
what, why not?
12.
Just go ahead and take advantage. All right, he pulls you into the water with a 17. I'm just counting the 7, not the
Accidental.
great natural 20 that would have worked. 17, he pulls you. Tori, you're about like halfway done with your armor as Amanita gets pulled into the water. You
Wait,
don't
wait,
have
wait,
to.
wait. You said he bit the rapier off.
Right, and then grab the water. Then grab the rope. He was just
All
going to be like, the rope was still floating there. He bit the rapier off, and then he decided he was going to pull it.
He has multi-attack.
Okay.
And you guys are
Like
just kind of like downtime while Jesse's
the
like,
water.
fuck. So you get pulled into the water, but you don't have to hold onto the rope.
The water.
That's a big fish.
Do you jump out of the water, or do you get pulled along by it?
I assumed that was probably the end of my turn.
No, you
Well,
probably
I think letting go of the rope.
I'm gonna
could be-
Yeah, I mean, I will hang out at the surface. Can I see the shark from where I am? I have dark vision.
Yeah, if you stick your head in the water, you can see the shark,
Okay.
but only at the edges of your vision.
Okay.
What size is he?
He is large.
That's not kind. Big cartilage boned.
Did you hop back into the boat?
No. I'm just hanging out.
All right. Tacitus doffs his armor, jumps in, and he can see you make your jerk off motion towards him.
Yeah.
He has been, after the rope went nowhere, he readied in action. He's going to harpoon you, or try to harpoon you.
He hits.
He gets 2d8 plus 5, so 14 damage. And he will pull you.
His thing 20 feet.
His range is 20, 50, or 20, 60, yeah.
Yeah, so he swam close to me in order to get within 20 feet in order to...
No, you were 10 feet away from him.
Oh, okay, cool. So, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I was closer
Yeah,
to...
you're 10 feet away from him. He's 10 foot above Jesse. You're 10 foot above him. He harpoons you, and he's going to do an opposed strength check.
I grab onto the harpoon and I fail on purpose so I can go right next to him.
Okay. You fail on purpose, and then he will take a bite attack. He gets a 16.
16
Guessing
hits.
that hits with no armor.
Yeah.
Can you deflect it with shield?
Low damage. He gets 20.
What was the first damage again from the harpoon?
14.
I take 34 points of damage total. Yeah, and I wait patiently for my turn. As I look him in his lifeless eyes.
Yeah. You can see Tacitus has joined the fight underwater, Barnabas. It is your turn.
My turn? I'm gonna hang out for one more turn, I think.
You got
All right.
this, Tacitus?
Go to the top of the order. Tacitus is your turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna delay that.
Okay. When am I in this?
You're after Tacitus. You're just floating at the
Okay.
top of the water.
Okay, I'm gonna make 2 attacks.
Okay.
The first one's going to be a athletics check.
Did you jump in with your life stealer?
Yeah.
Okay. First one's going to be an athletics check.
Let's try and grab him.
So an opposed grapple?
Yep. Oh, I still beat him. I got a 9.
He got a 8.
So I grapple him, and then I shank him.
Okay.
I get a 20. And I shank him for 8 points of damage.
Oh.
Sure.
And then a second wind. I heal 17 life. And I end my turn.
Sure. Then it goes to Amanita.
How far down are they?
You're looking at them. They're 30 feet away engaged.
Oh, perfect. Okay, then I'm going to take a shot with my crossbow. Can I use a bonus action to hide in, like, the sun? Because I'm above them?
Can you what?
Like, position myself so that, like, I'm in between the sun and them so that they can't see me as well? Like, flying out of the sun, but only...
I think you can get sneak attack because Tori's engaged with him. I don't know if you can hide from him.
Okay, that's fine.
He has blind sight in water.
Oh, okay. Okay. But I can sneak attack based on Tori, based on Tacitus.
Yeah, fuck him up.
If I can hit him.
Yes!
20. Yeah. So that is... 14 more 18 total.
I need to draw Tacitus now, just like with all of his armor on a heap on the deck of it, and just covered in shark wounds and just like dripping water and blood. What the fuck happened?
Just like papered skin.
You know what? He's gonna try to grapple you, Tori. You have him grappled. He's gonna try
You can't grapple me. I'm grappling you.
I can grapple you too.
The hug!
I deny him. I just stiff arm him in the face.
That's fine. He'll go ahead and bite you with his second attack. 18.
Hits.
Yeah, I wanted to grapple, then swim away with you.
Oh,
30 damage.
that hurts.
How is the shark guy looking?
He's fine. I've actually just remembered, but I won't do it. He has advantage. He has blood frenzy against any target that's bloodied or that has taken damage. So your blood in the water starts frenzying him.
I'm bloodied. I need heals. I'm in trouble now.
Barnabas, your turn.
Okay, so he doesn't threaten me because he's grappled. So I'll let go of my wall of force. Okay. I'll let go of my wall of force. I kind of want to blast him with a fireball, but I can't do that if you're grappling him.
They also have resistance to fire damage underwater.
Do they?
Creatures and objects that are fully immersed in water have resistance to fire damage.
Okay.
What we need right now is a big beast grasping hand, but that's okay.
I have that. Yeah.
Stop his little head.
Okay, so if I want to cast something else that requires concentration, do I have to drop the wall of force first?
Yeah.
Or does
That's
it, like if I spell, can I still maintain
It's
concentration?
like one in, one out. Yeah. You can't be concentrating on a spell if you have to start another one that needs concentration.
I mean, but you can cast another spell that doesn't require concentration.
You lose concentration on a spell if you cast another that requires concentration. You can't concentrate on two spells at once.
Okay. I fail.
Fail what?
On concentration.
To do a verbal component?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, oh, does that consume my spell slot as well then?
No.
Okay. And then I swim. Well, actually, I'll use a bonus action to cast Expeditious Retreat, which also takes concentration, which I also fail on, and I just swim 15 feet around the side of him towards the surface.
Okay.
This is hard.
Yeah, this is a problem.
All right, I'll tell the halfling about your heroic support deaths. I jump back in my life.
So is it his turn?
It is Tassus' turn.
It's my turn. I'm gonna chop him. I'm gonna chop him hard. I hit twice, and I chop him for 13 and then 8 points of damage, so 21 total.
Are you rolling with disadvantage?
I possess disadvantage.
Let me just check.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
Melee, if you don't have a swim speed,
Oh.
disadvantage unless you're using a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident.
Oh! I have none of those things.
If
So
you're successfully grappling him, you get advantage to
No,
counteract.
grapple doesn't confer advantage.
not normally, no. So can those first 2 rolls be my first disadvantage roll, or do you want me to re-roll it entirely?
We'll count that as one attack, and you can. That hit? I think that hits. Okay.
And then 1 miss.
So the 6 damage will stand.
That was the first one and the second one, so 13 points of damage.
Oh, not bad.
That ends my turn.
He is now bloodied.
I was.
I hope you guys can drop him this turn.
25.
And then it goes to Amanita.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did last turn. I don't have disadvantage because I'm using a crossbow.
Correct.
That would be a 22.
That hits.
Twenty-three, 27.
Okay, he takes 27.
Okay.
That's
He's still alive.
I'm sorry I got us into this.
We are too.
Then it is his turn. He is going to bite at Tori.
Yeah, bring it. I like it.
It's a 22.
Hits.
It's
Oh
38
my
damage.
god!
Oh my god.
I'm gonna make him re-roll with my lucky.
Not damage.
I re-roll the attack roll.
Not after you know damage.
Oh. That knocks me unconscious.
But,
And then he's going to harpoon Jesse.
shit.
Okay.
You get a 19. He does 14 damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to do a strength check.
Oh
Pull
no.
you in. Unless you get higher.
I got
No.
17.
Oh man.
However, that does put you next to him, which will give Amanita sneak attack if she can hit.
Yeah. No pressure.
Better kill him.
Your turn.
Better kill him.
Tacitus's body begins to float next to you. And
Yes.
You have advantage too, actually. Roll that, just in case you crit.
I don't have
Um,
advantage.
No
that's
advantage.
all right. We'll keep that roll for your hit. You hit. That's fine. But it's Jesse's turn.
Oh, I thought you said. I'm sorry.
Alright.
I misheard. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. My bad. We'll keep it. You hit for sure.
So I need concentration to be able to cast something successfully, which I fail. So I'm unable to do anything. I
Bite him.
punch him right in the nose.
Oh.
Struggle and oh, actually, when he hits me, I can cast Hellish Rebuke. It's too late. Okay.
God.
Then it goes to Tori's turn. Roll a death saving throw.
Death saving throw.
Get a natural 20.
Oh god.
First fail.
One failure. Amanita, your crossbow sails in and does how much damage?
Decent.
26.
He lives for one more turn.
Oh no.
He is at 127 out of 133.
Oh my god. He has 6 left.
Yeah, I should have been able to Hellish Rebuke last round, but I kind of forgot.
Is it a verbal component?
Yeah, so I would need concentration.
Right. So roll your concentration. Sorry, just do it this turn. Just do it this turn.
Well, I'll die if he hits me, so I won't be
Yeah,
able.
but you can hellish rebuke.
Can I? You Hellish Rebuke after
It's a
taking.
reaction. It's a reaction to getting hit.
Yeah. It's taking damage.
It's
As you faint.
Yeah. Okay. So I can Karmic Strike him. Okay.
He's gonna hit with his
What did he
bite.
get?
He gets a 20.
Okay. Yeah, he hits. Yeah, I attempt to concentrate to Karmic Strike him.
You get it.
Yes!
Yeah, so I succeed and do 2d10 fire, or he rolls a dex saving throw. DC 18.
He fails.
Fails. He takes 2d10 fire damage. 9.
He takes an explosive bite out of Barnabas. Amanita, you're watching from the top as the shark bites into Barnabas and Barnabas explodes in response. The half of the shark's jaw just kind of hinges backwards and blood and chum go everywhere. Barnabas, however, is still floating there right next to Tacitus. Both of them begin to sink into the water.
We sink? We would float.
Dead bodies only float once they've been in the water for about 2 or 3 hours, and they get bloated and gaseous.
Okay.
Alright. Probably the only way I can save both of you is with the rope.
Or
So I'm
call
gonna
out to some of the crew members.
Yeah, I guess I'll stick my head out of the water and yell to the gnomes that the shark guys are dead, please help, and then I'll dive back down with the rope. How many turns does it take me to get to them?
It's half movement, so they're kind of sinking really slowly.
And
Like
they're 30 feet?
5 foot a turn.
How far under the water are we?
30 foot. You started 30 foot.
Okay.
Tori's 35 foot down. You're 30
Okay.
foot.
Okay, so yeah, I start swimming with my rope in hand.
What's your movement?
30.
30. All right, so in about 2 turns, you're about 10 foot away from Barnabas still. A third turn gets you to Barnabas to tie the rope. Tacitus is about 5 foot below that. About 10 foot, that's once you're done tying the rope. And it takes you a 5th turn to reach Tacitus.
I'm not going to tie the rope on Barnabas. Are you wearing a belt?
Yeah.
I'm going to loop the rope under his belt. I'm not going to waste time. I'll tie it on Tacitus.
Sure. All right. So you get down there, you tie on Tacitus, and then you give the rope a couple tugs, maybe.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you can feel the heaving force of 5 gnomes.
I'm going to just swim up since I'm Hale with the gnomes.
And you all 3 surface. However, Jesse and Tori,
I need to roll some saving throws. I may have expired.
you may be dead when you reach the top.
Yeah.
Because it took her about 3 rounds to get to Jesse, 1 save, and about 5 rounds to get to you, Tori.
It would take 2 rounds.
But you're alive. You stayed alive.
I'm fine.
Jesse, you need 3 saves.
It would have taken her 2 rounds.
4 saves. Well, save until you're dead.
What's the save?
So 1 save good. 1 save good. 1 save bad. 2 and 2 right now.
Oh god, this is so scary.
It always has to come down to that. Okay, so I succeed.
Oh, God.
Survive.
And the jaws of death are prevented. You guys get pulled to the surface by the friendly gnomes.
We
Ah.
Oh my
I wouldn't
god.
have been so cocky if I didn't know I couldn't cast spells underwater. I have assumed I'd just be able to do that.
It's all good. You get to the top, and the crew like pulls your lifeless bodies out, and you know what? It would have been so smart. I completely forgot. You gave that merfolk some hit points. She could have jumped in.
Yeah.
I didn't think to ask her for help. I thought of that after I had just chucked my armor and jumped in and everything.
Yeah, there's something more exciting going on off stage.
You pick up the mermaid and toss her in.
You actually get topside. The merfolk is gone.
Okay.
She did jump in, but she did her own fucking thing.
Yeah, she was like, "What the fuck? I'm getting the fuck out of here," and she bailed.
Yeah. You guys have the one body, but the other one sank and exploded. He's got a harpoon, normal harpoon, which allows you to make
Attacks without disadvantage.
Huh?
Attacks without disadvantage in water.
Attacks without disadvantage in water. However, it also lets you do it's tied to that rope that he's got. So he was pulling you by throwing the harpoon and pulling a rope on it. And so it allows you to have a 20-60 ranged, essentially pull attack.
Acidus, you're the only strong one. You might as well take that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You might not want it compared to like the sword weapons, but if you guys get into another underwater battle, it'd be good.
yeah. No, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is that using their weaponry would be the best idea. How much damage does the harpoon do?
The harpoon does. It was doing 2d8 in his hands, but I think it would just do regular 1d8.
Yeah, he's a brute, clearly.
Yeah.
It's one-handed.
Yes, it's essentially a javelin with a barbed end.
Well, then superior damage to a javelin. It's a good weapon. I'll take it.
He also has a variety of smaller trophies. Small, like sea glass bits, pearls. He's got a small pouch of pearls, including 1 black pearl. There's 7 pearls, 1 black. So 8 total.
Interesting.
Okay.
You guys, the ship's like, we shouldn't stay here. Your men say, this place is giving me the heebie-jeebies. That thing especially, the crew starts like pushing the shark body off into the water, splash.
I definitely make a no argument because I've been chewed up to all hell. I can't believe we survived that. As a matter of fact,
That was a fun battle.
That looked totally fucked for a second.
Yeah.
There was a moment you could have just walked away. Everyone could have just walked away.
Yeah, I was maintaining that moment for myself. I was right at the surface.
You're right there where it was like we could just forget we ever knew Barnabas.
Someone's got to be here to tell the halfling whose name I can't remember that everyone's dead.
Thomas.
Turns out we're going home.
Sorry, Thomas. You're the captain now.
Tell Barnabas.
and how you died here and we did nothing.
What am I doing? I'm doing this.
I identify all the things we pulled off of them, if any of them are magical.
None of them are magical. The pearls are costly.
Okay.
Let's see, the pearls are worth some monies. Pearl, 100. Black pearl is 500. So you guys get 1,200 gold there.
Total?
I mean, it's in the form of pearls, which could also be used as magical spell components for things, I think.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to just split them 400 apiece?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not how it works. One of them is worth 500.
Oh, okay. You guys want to...
The black pearl is worth 500. The regular pearls are worth 100.
There's 7 regular ones.
Yeah.
Let's roll for the black pearl.
Okay. The person who has the lowest roll gets 300.
I think you got that 20.
Oh, really? Okay. So now you roll.
1.5.
I get 300.
I get 500.
And I got the black pearl.
No, I didn't.
No.
I got it.
22 was down.
Excellent.
Well, you all get 7,800 experience.
Oh, that actually...
What do you have it now? 76,000?
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay. Okay.
You said 7,800?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That brings up to 80,
What are you at? What's your total XP up to now, Jesse?
83,900? No. Yeah, 83,900.
83,959.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow. When did you guys hit 10? After the dragon?
After the dragon.
Fight.
But before the gift
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
What do you guys do? You begin to, the boat starts moving again.
Need to recuperate.
Yeah,
Yes.
why don't you guys take a long rest and I'll stay up on top and keep a lookout for more shark guys.
Maybe spend some immediate hit dice just to make sure.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, Tori?
Huh.
I'm pretty sure you had disadvantage in all your athletics checks.
In the water.
Actually, no, you were fine. You saved on your con save when you were exhausted.
Yeah.
I think I should have been able to cast spells. It feels like that's...
There was no rule saying one way or the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our hard and fast ruling made it actually more exciting.
That was...
You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Explosion!
Probably made some different decisions there.
Alright, your boat gets moving again.
Yeah, let's get out of this area as quickly as we can.
The glacial coast gives way. The glacial calves begin to thin out. You begin to make some good speed as you get out to the water. You get to the end of kind of where the glacier, the icebergs are. The icebergs are fairly sparse now. Your boat's able to kind of go full sail. When all of a sudden, splashing next to your boat as it starts picking up speed, are merfolk jumping in and out of the water like dolphin.
We wave to them. Are they friendly merfolk?
Yeah, I waved to them.
They wave back.
Throw him some shark chum.
Chucking hunks of shark meat at them.
One, you can see one kind of far off, maybe a good couple 100 feet out or so. That just is kind of above the water, just kind of like sitting at. You can see his body. There's like two or three retainers with him, but he's a big bearded merfolk man.
Yeah, I mean,
Do we want to talk with them?
I mean, we have reason to believe that we'd be on decent terms with them.
Yeah.
Did we get a full rest? How much longer is this?
I'm sorry. Did you guys take a full rest before you started going?
No, while we were going.
So Amanita's the only one that's awake right now,
Right.
as the other two have fallen asleep.
Yeah.
It's like a couple hours out, yeah.
I think as soon as I see any sort of large force, friendly or otherwise, I would run down and wake them up.
Alright, so you guys haven't gotten your full sleep yet. Well, did you get them any healing potions?
No, I don't have any.
Hit dice.
Can you hit dice while you're unconscious?
Well, we've been resting.
Well,
We've had this conversation before. I don't know.
Presumably, once you're out of combat, you can be brought to consciousness at 0 HP or at 1 HP.
We wouldn't heal as soon as we had the opportunity to do so.
So I mean, it's not that you're. It's like the way I look at it would be that you've just taken massive damage. You've gotten bandaged up. You've been laying in bed. You're kind of unconscious, knocked out for 8 hours.
Oh, I guess that's a possibility.
So I can't spend any hit dice, is what you're saying.
We did this when the coward was running away from you, and you're like, I hate you all.
So does that mean I can't wake them up even?
If you gave them a healing potion, do you have any healing potion? They were at 0 HP when you fished them out the water and stable.
Do they have any healing potions that I can find on their
Corey spent his last one.
lifeless bodies? Do you?
Yeah, I have one.
Only one?
Yeah. We probably should have bought a bunch of healing potions.
Can I give half of it to each of them?
Negative.
Okay. I'm gonna give it to Tori because he didn't almost get us eaten by a shark man.
Sure. Tassus, you wake up, roll 2d4 plus 2.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Now you got massive healing. You got 10 HP. You spring up, your eyes open, you're like, what happened? Where did it go? Where's the shark? Where's the water?
It exploded.
And now there are more people.
And now there are mer people. I'm gonna need to bring you up to speed. And you guys go out to the bow of the ship. I don't know. Do you tell the ship to slow down? Do you?
Yeah, I mean they can't stop it, but we tell them to bring the sail down, but be ready to pop it back up.
Yeah,
Sure. Good.
I look at the merfolk and I tell them that we have wounded. Do you have any healers among you?
Just drop them in the water for
Sure,
you.
your boat slows down, eventually comes to a stop. The merfolk, beardy merfolk dude kind of swims up to your boat and gets close enough to talk to you. You say, we have wounded. Do you have any healers among you? He says, we do. For the aid you gave my daughter, there is no end of healing that I could give you.
I reach out to shake his hand. I'm like, pleasure to meet you.
He pulls you into the water and kills you. Ha 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 ha! No. Never start a land war in the water.
And then he just like raise the sails.
He shakes your hand. He kind of is weirded out by your gesture at first, and then one of his attendants like whispers in his ear. And he's like, ah. And he kind of grabs your hand and he does the shaking motion.
Surface dweller thing.
Yeah. They kind of like the two behind kind of splash their tails a little bit. He splashes his tail. Yeah. And he says, "Well, you'll have to lower the bodies down here. Into the water. That's where we can heal."
Let's see here. Do I know anything about merfolk? Would there be history that I would know that
I think
includes
they're
them?
fine. Let's just do it. They seem nice.
They seem nice. I agree.
I go get Barnabas. Have
Yeah.
them over my shoulder.
You just ask any questions of them as you're here. I mean, like, you don't know much about merfolk. They keep to themselves mostly. You would maybe have more historical knowledge if you were from this area, but this is kind of where they're from.
Uh-huh.
Do the gnomes as sea dwelling guys? Do they have any? Do they seem wary or what?
They seem excited. I mean, they can see some tatas here and there.
That is something for
cat calls and whistles.
usually get excited about is tatas.
I am not that excited. I go get Barnabas.
There's also a scaly merman penis.
I don't even want to know how that works, but I do not find
It's
it
mostly
attractive.
internal.
Yeah, I think it's retractable.
It's a hemipenis, like they got the reptiles have. It doesn't matter.
Well,
Merfolk biology.
They probably don't have penises. They probably just spray the sperm over the eggs in order to fertilize them. No need for a penis. Just an all-purpose cloaca.
It's very impersonal. But he likes his daughters. He watches out for them. And you lower Barnabas's body down.
Yeah, we'll put it in, or we'll tie a rope to it or something, and then heave it.
Heave it. Splash.
Here you go, fix him.
Sure, some mermaids come by and they give you some lay on hands. They touch you and they cure you for 18.
All right.
Back in business.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I cough up some seawater and look up around me at the magical people embracing me and healing me. I've transcended this plane.
It's like that scene from Hook when all the mermaids are swimming up to Robin Williams and kissing him.
Oh, thank you.
There's also the big beardy dude. He pulls out a trident and he kind of waves it up and he says, "Again, I thank you. For that, I shall offer you this as a gift." And he kind of points to one of his retainers and they pull out a preapt of wound closure.
Oh.
Says, "This will help you die less."
Need all the help we can get, good sir.
Yeah, that's great. I have a chronic problem with all this dying all the time.
It's a little rough. It is chronic.
It's really been a chronic problem of mine.
It's kind of amazing.
Considering another line of work.
Who should take that? It's useful to anybody.
Preemptive wound closure.
Mm-hmm.
Probably me or
wound closure.
Or
Take it.
Tacitus.
Is a periapt apparently a periapt is a pendant. I thought it was like a thing you wore on your head.
What does it do precisely?
While you wear this pendant, you stabilize whatever you are dying at the start of your turn.
Oh,
So
so good for Barnabas.
No
Good.
death saving throws.
I do tend to find myself
Roll a hit die to regain hit points. Double the number of hit points. It doubles the number of hit points it restores.
Oh, that makes it really good for Tacitus because he's the tank. Oh my god, does that make his second wind do double?
Does second wind spend a hit die?
No, it does not.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't? I thought it did.
I think it did in old versions.
Okay. Yeah, it's good for either of us then. I can take it, or if you'd like it, we can roll something.
Yeah, it's good for me too. I do want it.
Alright. Let's randomize then.
And I did save the mermaid.
You did save the mermaid. Are you guys rolling on it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's good for Barnabas anyway. He spends a lot of time unconscious.
You do seem to spend a lot of time bleeding out.
You're not supposed to agree with me. I'm razzing you.
Yeah, you're right. I die.
Yeah, you're right. I do get knocked unconscious a lot.
All right. So the Triton, the King Triton figure rewards you, and it says, "Again, I thank you for your service. We do not make contact with you land dwellers very often, so this is a great honor. You will not see us again. If you have anything else you would ask of us, now is the time."
Do we want to ask them? They might know something about the island that we're headed to.
Yeah, how far away is that?
The island is what is a good name? The island is known as
Nothing wet.
let me pull up translate.
Is there a DMG over there?
Is known as Isla Magila. And you guys ask, what can you tell us about Isla Magila?
Yeah. Is that within your domain?
It is not within our domain. That is more where the Marrows keep.
That's never good.
The waters are full of death and rot close to that island.
Yeah.
Nothing lives within 3 miles of that island.
Do you know why?
We have not needed to find out. The Marrow also make it difficult. It is undisputed territory for us. We have no need of it. The Marrows find their own darkness is accentuated by that of the island.
Oh, that's never good.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can think to ask them.
Yeah, I think that's about all I've got as well. What's the king's name?
Triton.
Yeah, his name is King Tuntry.
Yeah, we thank him. And
Sure. He nods his head.
to annihilate horrible great white shark people.
Yeah. We thank you for fighting the Salatian warriors. They are a hungry beast that has no end.
Are there more in these waters?
Yes, they are like trappers. They swim these waters, and we are locked in combat with them here, always going for larger trophies. Their society is laughable. When 2 are born, they are chosen to create higher and larger trophies. It is because of that they have hunted my people since time immemorial. My daughter was stupid. She got too close to this area that she was looking for her own pearls. She lost a bag of them.
Oh.
I'd be happy.
I would be happy to
them.
give mine up.
It's like, we didn't see those.
Yeah, I returned the sea people their worthless currency.
Yeah, we were like, oh yeah, we found that.
Oh, you start giving the pearls back, and he's like, this is even more unexpected. No, please keep them. Which is um, just consider it a gift. Is the least we can do. Life is more valuable than these stones.
For your generosity.
I can see we share things even though we come from different worlds.
And yeah, and that's all I've got. I'm probably then farewell to him and head on
Sure.
out.
He goes, "Long live the patriarchy," and then lies down.
Oh.
Just want to see Margaret's reaction. That's all.
I've been rolling my eyes ever since Tori said damsel in distress.
So
I run back up onto the deck of the boat and rummage through my possessions and find like a sapphire or something, some land-dwelling token of friendship to offer him.
you have a sapphire or some sort of land-dwelling token of friendship to offer him?
Yeah, I give him a sapphire.
Okay.
Just give him some dirt. Be like, this is valuable to us. We call it dirt.
The sapphire will do. He takes it as a token of your friendship. He says, "We will remember this, King Tuntry. King Tuntry will spread word of your travel, and until you get within to the edges of our boundaries, you shall be unmolested."
Then we raise our sails and
onward you go.
And on we are to find this. His name's Richard.
Richard Tremblay.
We're on a manhunt for a man who terrifies me, but his name is the least terrifying thing about him.
He's the samurai of wickedness.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Richard Tremblay.
You don't choose your birth name. You choose the name that you choose when you terrorize millions.
he's the samurai of wickedness. Lord of darkness.
The travel is long as you guys begin to head towards Isla Mogila. Long rests, you guys end up healing up to full after a couple days of travel, unmolested. The crew is got high spirits. They dance and jig at night, and they all mourn Billy's passage to the other side. There's a moment. Everyone sings a song and dances a jig for Billy.
I'm just one day away from retirement.
Yeah. Let that be a lesson to everybody. You always give your all, even if you die. His wife and children, may they always, may they be so happy. I don't know. They say their words. They say their piece.
Dibs on his pension.
Whiskey onto the deck
What do
for
you
him.
say? Dibs on what?
Oh, can I play a dirge for him on my I can't remember what this thing is called.
Vuvuzela?
Vuvuzela?
Roll performance.
Yes. This is gonna go well. I don't have any skill in that. I get 14.
You know what? For once, your vuvuzela is appropriate and not inappropriate. You vuvuzela a dirge.
I'm like really panning it up. I want to see tears in the eyes of these gnomes.
All the gnomes start taking off their hats and weeping of memories forgotten long ago.
The rapid walking echoes back from the icebergs.
14. Stop squawking. The spirit moves me.
Then finally, the first mate, little Gimwald, who starts like hitting people with his hat. All right, back to work. Billy's dead. Get back to work. And you guys might start making some good time. It takes you at least 2 weeks of sailing.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to do on the boat?
Yeah, in that time I'm scribing a scroll.
What scroll do you scribe?
A scroll of...
How about polymorph?
No, I have polymorph. I just couldn't cast anything because I failed all my concentration rolls. I failed like...
I thought you could describe a scroll if you have the spell.
Yeah. Let's see, 500 gold. So 2 weeks is 25 times 14 is 250. So I can probably only do a first level spell?
Or 2 first level spells.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll do a scroll of... 2 scrolls of
Control what?
sleep. And also, during that time, I'm going to cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I had the heart to call back my familiar. It's sort of lost him in the wilderness. So it's not on the list of potential familiars, but I'd like to have a fox familiar. Maybe I could sub in the stats for another one of those small creatures.
Let me look at Find Familiar. Also, what was the first spell? So you had sleep and what else?
2x sleep.
2 times sleep. Okay. Where do you get Find Familiar from?
It's a spell, first level spell.
Oh, okay. Let me look at that then.
Actually, maybe 1 sleep and 1 charm person.
I use all of my downtime to carouse with the gnomish crew. Is it just named? Is the boat just named for a gnome, or are the crew all gnomes?
You know, I had thought it was just named for a gnome, but then Margaret said that the one was a gnome, and I was like, you know, fine, they're all gnomes, sure.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A bunch of gnomes that were slaves, and this was their boat, and then they're like, thanks for saving us. So it's a gnome vessel.
I carouse with the gnomes.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. They're sort of our wards now, except for Billy, who's dead. We did.
Yeah, the only one that doesn't carouse with you is old Grimwald. Is the one that kind of broke up the funeral and kind of told people to get back to work. So he's kind of the sourpuss. He smokes his pipe most days and just kind of stares out at sea when he's not working.
Okay.
What's the name of the boat again?
What?
What's the name of the boat again?
The Wandering Gnome? Sure, what familiar do you choose?
So it's not on that list, but I'd like to have a fox.
Would a fox be like a cat?
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
kind of what I was thinking. Maybe.
That's fine. A fox materializes. Is it fiendish, celestial, or fey?
Oh, they get to be one of those? I didn't realize
No,
that.
they're not a beast.
Fish, celestial, or fey?
Or fiend.
Oh.
I think fiend makes most sense.
Yeah, I feel like maybe he used to be a celestial, but he's a fiend now.
If you choose fox, I think it has to be a fiendish fox.
Okay.
If it's in like keeping with your fox skull,
Yeah. I feel like that fox skull is probably the last time he died.
sure. Let's see. I don't think there's a fox in here. I'm surprised there's not like a little dog. There's a dog too.
Yeah, it explains why you're a level 10 wizard and you don't have a familiar right now. It's because, oh, you have a familiar. It's just so painful the last time you lost him.
Yeah, I was timid about calling him back after the circumstances of his previous death.
Yeah, we're gonna use the stats for cat.
Okay.
So he has some perception, a little bit of stealth. Got some advantage on wisdom perception checks to rely on smell. And he's got a claw attack. His eyes burn like the fires of the Nine Hells.
Warren the Fiendish Fox.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Can I pet him?
If he lets you.
I pet him.
That's your call if he lets her.
He kind of puts his ears back, tolerates it for a moment, and then skitters off into a corner.
And waggle his ears really quick.
Go on.
Alright. You guys spend your time aboard the ship as you will. But after a couple weeks, you begin to get into waters that are a little darker. There's at least one bad storm during that 2 weeks. The ship kind of teeters and rocks, and you guys all trust to the gnomes as much as you can. They end up getting you through the storm, and you guys all survive. Everyone laughs and drinks, except for old Grimwald, who's all grim and Walt. But eventually you get into dark waters. And it's almost like the water itself is pitched dark black. You can see the desert continent looming up on one side as Grimwald steers the ship along the coastline until you guys reach the area that is known as Isla Mogila. And even when you're still like 50, 60 miles out, the island seems foreboding. You can see piked, maybe a mile or two off the shore, large, spikes that stick out of the ground, made of glass. And on the glass spikes, that are kind of spaced out, one every mile or so around the island, rotting corpses of various states, some just bones, some fresher.
I guess we kind of take it around and look for any kind of decent place where we could, any little bay or sandy beach that we could bring our ship in.
There's no sandy beaches. This isn't going to be like Club Med. The sands are dark and red where there is any sand. there are a lot of rocky outcroppings, and as much as Grimwald tries to steer close, you can tell like about 10 miles out, he kind of gives you this look, like a pensive look that says, "Are we really gonna go towards that?"
Yeah, maybe we can take a lifeboat the rest of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get you as close as you need, but that he starts like crossing himself like that. That's no. That place is forsaken.
Barnabas, do you have a spell that could act as a signal flare?
I don't.
Just something that can go, because then we could tell them to like move a safe distance away and watch for our signal flare, and we could go on a little boat. I just don't
I
want.
mean, I could use fireball,
Yeah, that would work. What's the range on that?
like 120 feet.
Yeah, that's great.
Firebolt. There you go.
Yeah, so we'll tell, because we can go on by ourselves and they can withdraw.
We'll get you as close as we can.
I don't want to get all our gnomes
They
killed.
kind of.
Yeah, maybe they can anchor offshore.
Yeah, they get you within about 3 miles and drop your boat.
Okay.
And then they hightail it out of there. They're like, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this.
But they're staying in the area somewhere, right?
Yeah, they stay in the area like 20 miles offshore.
Okay.
That's fine. You can make a good fireball.
So
We
yeah,
believe
they'll
in
have
you.
to. Or
They try to stay close to the desert continent.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll find a place to come ashore.
Actually,
Is Corey still there?
Uh-huh. I'm ready.
Okay.
Cool. You guys head in your lifeboat. Start rowing towards the shore. The island is overgrown with rotting vegetable matter.
Did you want to give your scrolls to Tacitus? What are you doing with your scrolls? You're keeping them.
I'll hang on to them. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for more useful things in the future too.
Okay.
Good
I just
plan.
want to check before we get into trouble.
Mhm.
I got you. I'll be right back.
While you guys row, you can see that there are tall trees on the island. It has a central land mountain that kind of goes up above the tree line. And you can see almost a caricature of the dark, brooding, evil fortress on top. It is. Let me see if I can find the one picture I like. Ooh. No, maybe you can't. Well, maybe you can. Let's see. Yeah, actually, you see a couple of large mountainous spires that come out from the central mass. There is a very rocky kind of terrain, and the ground itself seems to be covered in an ever-present mist. From the central two spires is a you can tell it must be a volcanic mountain, as you can see the red kind of glowing inside the two twinned peaks that are next to it. But weirdly so, you can also see a glowing red coming from a little bit beyond that glowing red from the mists in the center of the island as well. So you have this, red sanded, rotting vegetation, volcanic island with mists that you are rowing towards, with glass spires every mile around, with corpses and bones skewered to them.
At least tourists.
Do we see any sign of Meru as we're rowing out there?
Roll perception.
Oh.
Hello?
I got an at 20.
Yeah, you know what you do? You do see some signs of what looked to be a raiding party coming onto your vessel.
Oh. I will.
It's just a single fin above water that you see that kind of gets too close to the surface and then goes down again.
Before we get into combat, can we maybe take a 5-minute break? Jesse's family just called.
That's fine.
Okay.
I didn't really want to do any combat. That was kind of cool. You're like, are they in Marrow? Like, it makes sense that there'd be some Marrow here since I said there's some Marrow, so I guess that would make sense.
Seems
That's fine.
reasonable.
We can take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
I can use a 5-minute break.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I will be right back.
Excuse me.
Okay, we're back. Thank you.
John, are you there?
I really liked it when his picture was just the shark man, and it's like less pleasant now that it's just a placeholder.
Those shark men. They did a ridiculous amount of damage with that bite.
Yes.
I know. Oh my god. I'm so sorry for dragging us into the worst part of that. I expected that to be different.
I think it caught us all a bit off guard.
Especially considering how easily the first guy went, I got cocky.
What?
Oh, we were just reflecting on the shark battle.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I got cocky.
Yeah, you did.
I was feeling really good for a moment, and then it went really bad.
Well, you thought to yourself, I'm a whale. I can take this guy, you know?
Exactly. I
think
caught
what
up in
it
the
is-
glory of the moment.
Is that polymorph is not druid animal shape. You know? Like, druid animal shape, you could. You could totally have done that and probably won that battle. Because you get the hit points of the monster.
What? I want to know what my instrument sounds like.
I also shook my head. How Synagogue, I hate you. They're the most annoying thing created.
I don't know. I like it.
Oh,
Cool, actually. You could whale a pretty good dirge with that.
Yeah, I did. Did you see the roll I got on it? I rolled a good dirge. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of like silently kick my companions and point out the fin.
Sure. You can kind of see three disturbances in the water. You know, there's three. I know there's a word for them.
Dorsal fins.
No. Wake.
Oh.
Wake. Yeah, you can see the wake of three creatures swimming towards you underneath the water. One of them carelessly gets too close to the surface and lets you see his fin as he swims towards you. You kick your compatriots awake, and you guys begin to prepare for a surprise round.
Cool.
Oh.
Do we roll initiative? I don't remember how.
Sure, I mean, it's basically you guys get to kind of get a first round before. They're still about maybe 100 feet away from you.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
They get low initiative.
Got a 19.
Yep.
Oh, well, I get a 9.
Yep.
Get a 13.
Yep. All right. Tacitus, you're off first.
I can't see them yet, though, can I?
She points them out. You can see the wake. They're below the water. You really can't see them. But you can see kind of like, based on the wake, where they might be.
They have
So we'd
total.
say maybe disadvantage if you were trying to do a ranged attack.
Yeah, they have they don't have concealment, though.
Here's a question. You spent your time carousing on the ship?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are you wearing for armor right now?
Well, at this point, we're out in the lifeboat, right?
Yeah, but he's still. What is he wearing for?
But I tore apart my armor in order to
Save someone.
the water to rescue you.
Oh, presumably.
I'm wearing my old half plate then.
Okay.
Well, we had 2 weeks on that boat, right?
He spent it drinking. He probably would have fixed it, but
Yeah, can I have fixed it?
we'll see if you fixed it. What is your? You know what? You gave it to the gnomes to fix, and they probably do have the ability to fix it, but it was hard to sail and fix and do that all at the same time. So they are fixing your armor.
Barnabas
presently.
mending?
Yes. I have mending.
Yeah, Barnabas can just fix it.
Oh, does he have mending?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cantrip, right?
Is mending a cantrip or is it first level?
I thought it was first level, but you can cast it as a ritual. I thought.
That's fine. Yeah,
No,
you can
it's a cantrip.
mend the armor.
Yeah. Yeah, so
You're back
sometime
at
that
22 AC.
afternoon and knit it back together.
It's a little snugger now, though.
You just gotta wear it in a bit, loosen up those double straps. They're a little.
Yeah, and so on my turn, I just ready in action to attack the first buffalo that starts some shit with me.
Okay.
That ends my turn.
I need Jesse.
I will cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
You said they're 100 feet away?
They are.
Okay, then I'm gonna do my crossbow. That'll be at disadvantage. Does that help the upper range?
Say again?
Does the upper range of a crossbow, does that, if I'm using that, then I use disadvantage?
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll take a 11, 15.
We'll hit.
Sweet. Okay. So that gives me a crit because of assassination. The double weapon die, is that right?
How did that go?
Because of assassination.
Yeah.
If you're not in combat.
And I believe that doubles damage as well.
Does it?
I think so.
If you crit on a
If you surprise an opponent and you hit them, then they what you call it? You get an automatic crit, and you don't have disadvantage because you also have advantage and disadvantage, so they cancel out one die.
Right. Right.
And that crit doubles the sneak attack die, right?
Where is she getting this crit from? She's not an assassin. She's a thief, right?
She's an assassin.
Oh,
No,
she's
I'm an assassin.
Yeah, then she totally, you crit.
And crits double your sneak attack dice, right?
Correct.
Yes.
But she doesn't get sneak attack on this because she's not attacking with advantage.
Yeah, it's true. It is surprised.
It is surprise, so it is crit, but not advantage, so no sneak attack.
Yeah.
Is it too late to say I hide?
You can't. Since you have disadvantage, you can't.
You can still hide. You won't get advantage on it because you have disadvantage shooting something you can't really see.
If you have disadvantage and 2 advantages, it still just cancels out to nothing.
Right. I'm not looking for advantage to hit. I'm looking for sneak attack.
Right, there's no way to get sneak attack at this point.
You should just crit him
Okay.
with the sneak attack and then hide after.
But I can't sneak attack is what we're saying. Okay.
Because you have to have
Because they're hidden. Or heavily obscured.
Yeah.
Oh, heavily obscured just gives them +5 AC. It doesn't give them advantage.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was just kind of going off. I mean, it is kind of like total cover. I don't know. Total cover, you wouldn't be able to hit them exactly. Let's see.
I mean, you can just say they don't. Just
I can just say it. Yeah, it just makes sense.
okay.
So did I hit them?
Yes, you can hit them.
13.
13 damage. Okay. One in middle front takes 13 damage. And then it goes to their turn. They are no longer surprised. And then it goes to Tori's turn.
Let's see here. I still don't see any sign of them. They're all heavily obscured from me, right?
Right. There's still three wakes.
Yeah, I just ready in action to attack one as soon as they come within walking distance of me.
We're in our little lifeboat right now, right?
Yeah, basically.
Oh my god.
Now might be a good time to turn into an orca.
Yeah, it might be.
And then it goes to Barnabas' turn.
I guess I will. This is an issue. I'll cast Ring of Frost on the lead one.
You should fireball them while they're all in a formation together at a comfortable distance, at a fireballable distance.
If they're submerged, they have resistance to fire.
But all three of them would take. I don't know. I agree with Margaret, but either way.
Okay, sure. I'll cast it actually out of my purple ion stones.
Okay.
They roll dex. Oh, actually, no, I'll cast it normal. So 2 of them fail, 1 of them succeeds, by the way.
Yep.
8.
How do you know they don't have like plus 20 dex?
Well, actually, okay. DC 18.
No, they 2 fail.
No, roll my D6. Oh, shit.
Nice.
20 points of damage for the ones that
20
fail.
points of damage, one takes 10.
God damn, if that had been full.
Then it goes to Amanita's turn.
How far away
Well,
are they?
those were some 6s and 5s and 4s there, huh?
Yeah, that was.
How far away are they at this point?
100 feet still. They didn't move any further.
Oh.
It's just like a cannonball that landed in the middle of their formation.
Mm-hmm.
So we said that my advantage and disadvantage cancel out, so I just have a normal roll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm still confused as to what's going on. I get 14. No, an 18, sorry.
That'll hit.
And then... No, just one, because this one's not a... Womp womp. That's 6 points of damage.
6?
Yep. I'm just going to keep pummeling the middle one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Try to get one down.
Yeah, on their turn... on their turn, they break. You see, like, the 3 wakes kind of turn and dive down. And then it goes to Tacitus's turn?
I still can't see them, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I continue to wait. Ready to pounce.
Barnabas?
So now they're all three of them underwater now.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I will ready an action to cast. Actually, yeah, I'll ready an action to cast Ray of Frost when the first one surfaces.
Cool. How many took?
I'm going to move myself within the boat so that it is as balanced as it can be. So hopefully we're a little harder to capsize.
Mm-hmm.
Then I am going to hide with a bonus action, and then can I ready attack after I do that? Ready a crossbow attack?
Sure.
Yeah, and so that's my turn.
You guys wait long, pregnant rounds as the marrows refuse to surface.
How far
Probably
away?
about 2, 3, 4 rounds go past. Still nothing happens.
How far are we from safety? From relative safety, at least.
You're probably right at the spire, so you've got another mile to go before you get to the coast.
So we're way out there.
Do you two want to remain vigilant, and I'll steer the ship?
Yeah, you start rowing again. Are we rowing, or do we have a little sailboat?
You got a little. I don't know. I think in my head it was a little rowboat.
Okay, like a dinghy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys get ready, and I'll row the boat, and I'll row us to safety.
So we'll both go to opposite sides.
Do you row vigorously, or do you just row at a normal pace?
I row vigorously. I tried to impress the both of them.
All right. Roll Constitution to avoid exhausting yourself. You gain.
Oh.
I use a lucky reroll.
Okay.
Oh, much better.
I got a 21.
Very nice.
You put in the work and you're fine. You row that last mile, and the marrow never come back.
We showed them at least enough that they saw what they wanted to see. We don't want to fuck with these people.
Yes. Yeah, we bully those that are smaller and weaker than us. Oh, they're not weaker. Let's just go.
They're not weaker than us at all. They can kill us all. Let's get out of here.
We'll come back with more. With more.
Good. Fit more of you into a fireball.
Oh god.
We've seen that. We know now.
Right.
You swim. You row your way to shore. And the shore is made of red sands, and the red seems to like come off in the water.
Is it daylight?
Yes.
Do we want to wait to advance until it's dark? Or is that going to make it worse if there's a bunch of undead guys?
What phase of the moon is it right now?
Did you just ask me what phase the moon is?
Yes.
Okay. Waxing gibbous.
Okay, so we would have enough light at least to probably make a successful night landing without too much difficulty.
Yeah, you like to hang out for a couple days before the werewolves come out too. I mean, what?
That's true. So maybe if it's getting towards evening already, we'd wait to make our landing until nightfall.
Mm-hmm.
That
So
will
you
make.
guys are gonna wait in the dinghy?
I mean, I
Is that
feel
what I'm
like
hearing?
we're vulnerable in the dinghy. I would, if we're gonna come to shore and wait, I would rather come to shore and like get under cover and then wait.
Yeah, we want to survey the area anyway. The first place that I can conceal the dinghy, I would row into and store the dinghy so we could get out and form a base camp.
Alright, let's just go ahead and make landfall then.
We can't all turn into orcas.
Yeah, you can.
It's just simple. All you gotta do is do the arcane magic spells of blah 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 blah.
Hail the great Kraken, Lord of the Sea, to whom I commend my soul.
Sure, you guys make landfall and pull your boat in close. You all hop out and you make camp. You begin to survey the land sites. And you can hear the sounds of the forest through the mist. You can see the red sands are only red up until they hit the water. And then they begin to lose their red coloring as it floats away.
Is this whole island bleeding?
Yes. Is that why you asked about what time of the month it was?
It's on its moon cycle.
It was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we'll end there.
Okay. Yeah, we can pull our dinghy up under the tree line if we can.
Yeah.
Like, pull it right up on shore.
Sure, you pull it into the mists, and you guys are lost from sight from the shore.
Yeah.
The mist surrounds you.
Cut up some branches and cover it high, kind of camouflage it away. And then set up a little Leoman's tiny hut for us to
No,
hunt.
that's the last scene, Jet. The last scene is you getting eaten by the mist. That's it.
Good game, guys.
Disappear into the choking.
You guys are all dead now.
In the dinghy, it's like, where are we?
Alright, 450, 900, 1350, 2700, 900. You guys all get 900 experience for the mirror.
900, so 848.
Is that enough, or is that just below?
Just below.
We're
Alright, that's
about
what I wanted.
141 points shy of leveling.
We can taste
Yeah.
it.
That's what I wanted. That's fine. I didn't cheat you out of any experience. You earned that experience. I was trying to make sure it wasn't too hard to push you over.
Yeah.
Did we get any experience for befriending the merfolk?
No, that was part of that 7,000 something you got.
Sure, that was part of the whole scene taken into account.
Right, that was you getting the magic item for defeating a high level encounter and saving the merfolk. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to do some counting and find 150 good feet.
Yeah, I don't think it exists. I don't. Jesse actually made some scrolls, so he had a sacrifice of some XP. I'm gonna take some of that back.
Because this is 3rd edition.
This is 3rd edition now, exactly. It's gonna take that.
We go back to 3rd.
Yeah, and that's you guys have reached the island of the grave, Isla Mogila.
I like
What-
that.
What type of damage does Dewdrop do again? Does it do radiant damage?
You wrote it down.
I don't recall.
It does +1, and
+1.
yeah, it's +1, and then I thought it had an ability. It wasn't a Fiend Slayer because I remember the other one was, and yours was something else. I forget. I thought it had a single ability.
Fae Slayer or
Maybe Giant.
I do not recall.
I don't remember.
Cool.
But that was good. That was fun. I almost killed you all. That was pretty close.
Well, yeah, nearly got turned into fish food. That would have sucked.
Yeah. Should have just ran away, Jesse. Should have just ran away.
Yeah, I got cocky. That's all it comes down to. I just plain got cocky.
My new nickname for both of you is Chum 1 and Chum 2.
Chum 1 and Chum 2. Chum Brothers. You ever seen the movie The Chum Scrubber?
Yes.
Oh, what?
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. It's got that, like, that really, like, overbearing white suburbanism to it, though.
Yeah.
It is good. It is good. I'm going to end the broadcast so we can hang out and talk a little bit.
Cool.
Hey, have I been broadcasting? Yeah, I have. I need to get out of bones. I always forget that.